Hey, welcome back to Magic Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. How's it going? It is. How are we good? I think we're good. It is currently the 22nd of March. Thanks for dropping by. Okay. How's it going, Chris? Test seems okay. Yo, Generous, how's it going? Welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a good enough week. Things look okay. I think my camera's a bit cut off. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's just how it is. What day it is? You're good. How's it going? I'm nonetheless Jardros. It is the 22nd. Also, Jim, thanks. Glad you like the graphics. We need to get some music to go along with that. Otherwise, things are admittedly pretty kind of weird. Hey, Mad Dog, how's it going? Happy stream day to you as well. Jardros, I am doing pretty well. I am kind of sleepy. I took a bit of a nap before this, and I'm kind of just getting the gears turning again. I got some black tea to drink. Hopefully that doesn't keep me up all night, but we should be doing pretty good. So this last weekend, we just came back from Canadian Nationals and had absolutely a fantastic time. If anybody here came down to Canadian Nationals, I hope you had a good time too. I'd be interested to hear your story. I got a lot of good things to say about a lot of people. Your hair doesn't show it, my friend. Nice. Canadian Nationals just wrapped up last weekend. It was an event. There was about 54 players that came down to the Sheridan Center in downtown Toronto. We had a lot of people coming from all over the place, which is really cool to see. We had a lot of people from a lot of Ontario. I don't know if I saw anyone who came out from further west than that, but we had a bunch of players came in from Montreal and Quebec. We had a lot of people come in from America, a lot of really strong players too, multiple like national champion winners, top 32 worldsers, a lot of like really competitive players, and it was a 2-day event. So first day there was 5 rounds, 54 or so players. Maybe it's 52, maybe it's a bit less. We did 5 rounds, and then is a very aggressive cut to top 8, and then you show up the next day and you play double elimination top 8 until we crown somebody to be the Canadian national champion. For once I'm not just listening while I'm doing homework. It'll be nice to know what's going on. I did record the top 8, so you're going to see some of those games coming up for sure. I'm not going to exactly spoil anything. But huge shout outs to so many people. Shout out to Sungho, a very prominent player from Toronto who actually took time off to not play in this event and single-handedly ran the whole tournament. So he was running between rooms, making judge calls. It was 2 rooms of players, right? So it's already kind of difficult. In the middle of this board gaming convention, just did an absolutely killer job with everything. Shout outs to all the people that came down with Montreal. We rented a van and there was 6 of us coming down, 7 of us coming back, and just the absolute best people to be traveling with. It's so much fun to go to a Netrunner event. It's so much fun going anywhere with these folks. So thank you for your time. I also got to hang out with my family. Stayed at my brother's and his wife's, and it was really cool. No one repping from the prairies, BC, the territories, really? Yeah, I don't think so. Every once in a while, you see people coming in from Winnipeg or the other prairies. I don't think I didn't talk to everyone there, so there's a chance, but I didn't meet anyone. Hey, Ninja Mike, how's it going? Nice to meet you briefly in Nationals. Yeah, nice to meet you too, huh? I guess we'll talk about how things went. On my side, things went actually really, really well. At the end of day 1, we had only lost 1 game, and then we ID'd, so we came in 3rd. Out of a really competitive field, and that was pretty great. So we went on to day 2. I have some of my games recorded. I don't know if talking about them exactly is going to spoil them, but I didn't win Nationals. We had a pretty good showing. Had some bad luck in the top cut. There's 1 game that's not on camera, and I lost on turn 3, which is pretty miserable. But the games in the top were actually really fun to watch, and we have a lot of stuff televised. If you want to not wait for that stuff, you can watch it. Jason Dang was there. He also made top 8. He was the Canadian National winners, I think 2-3 years ago, when it was out in Vancouver, and he streams on twitch.tv/worm, worm spelt like the Netrunner card from the old core set, and he has a bunch of the games recorded from both days, so if you want to check his stuff out, it's really cool. But also, just like Montreal, absolutely killed it. I got a shout out to so many people. All the people I met there were fantastic. Met a lot of nice American players that I had met for the first time. Some people that I met before in like U.S. Nationals at Ohio. And just absolutely great sports. Nice people to play against. Thank you if I played a game against you. Had a lot of fun meeting everybody. It was a really, Really good time. I am nonetheless says we. I say we a lot. I'm not actually sure in what case I said we in that instance. Hey, Super Mario Andre, wish I could catch a top 8, but I was busy this weekend. Hey, no worries. It is recorded if you want to watch it on Worms on Jdang's channel, who is also playing in the top 8, mind you, but also we'll have the videos coming up sometime in the near future. Shang Sit on YouTube. Hey, never caught you this early before. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Hopefully things are going well for you. And Shazner, thank you. So yeah, we had a good time. Absolutely fantastic time. Hey, how's Nats? Honey Tea, how's it going? Nats went really well. We did make the top cut. I kind of want to show you some of the promo stuff because the prize support for Nats was kind of interesting. We were going into it and we're kind of a bit, maybe we're jaded at this point in time because the Nats participation prizes and prizes were like kind of strange. We have most of the stuff to show here, I guess. Does this make sense? Do people want to see this stuff? Because Nationals is kind of a hard event to get to for some people, but like check this out. This is Reina Roja, right? And I'm gonna see if she can focus it. But this is a card that is was the participation prize. Is it focusing? What up, Reina? Right? So this is young Reina when she's fighting on the conflicts in Mars. And the cool thing about this card, well, the not cool thing about this card, a lot of people saw this coming out. They're like, hey, this card has an alt art that some people have. They printed a promotional alt art Reina for regionals maybe like 3 years ago, so some people have it. So it's kind of cool that they're printing new versions of cards that are now evergreen because a lot of people didn't play 3 years ago. But this is by far the coolest thing here, right? Like, so check us out. This is your friend Reina. Focus, my friend. That's the back. What's with that? That's so cool. That's really cool. I'm super into this. I hope they do more of this, but the back option is a textless full art card, and that's so cool. If you know what the card does, the text on it doesn't really matter at a certain point. I'm glad that they're doing that. I think Magic the Gathering does a lot of that. I think maybe they stopped at some point, but I'm a big fan. The other thing is there was an acrylic Jinteki ID. This is a really weird thing going on here. It's acrylic. It's really shiny. Usually when they make acrylic IDs, they put another ID on the back. This is another ID that exists that already has an alt art, but I guess for new players, it's cool to come and have this thing because it was hard to get the Jinteki Personal Evolution alt ID, but it's a shiny thing. There were some metal advancement tokens that are pretty small, but they're made of metal, so they make a cool sound. They're just like a metal token. This is not going to focus, so just imagine a shiny coin. Oh, well, we tried, right? And lastly, we got the absolute meme of a playmat. This is the Defense Construct, which this art, mind you, is absolutely lovely. This card is absolutely terrible, but it's a gorgeous playmat, so things went okay. Trying to come up with a Reina deck just to use that ID. It's a great ID. The Reina ability is technically always relevant. Corps have a lot of money right now, so she comes and goes, but having a link is good. It's not a bad idea at all. Hey, Tataki, that Defense Construct mat is gorgeous. It is really nice. It is such a good art on a card that you'll probably never see on a table, so I'm glad it made it through. Hey, NZS, damn, looks neat. Have you seen the custom IDs someone made on Reddit? They look awesome. Shank said, I've seen a lot of custom IDs. Is there one in particular? Right now I've seen like the Hacktivist has been making these like really simple IDs. I like them a lot. Original altered Jinteki PE is dope. Maybe FFG are self-aware. Yeah, the original altered PE is like super good, and that's why a lot of people are wondering like why are they printing IDs for things that already have alt arts, but I don't know. And the problem is also like I think a lot of people are kind of bitter after going to Worlds and getting like one copy of altered Brute Force Hack when there are like so many cards in the current card pool that need alt arts. Cards like IPO that are in a lot of decks. It's always good to have another play set, so like people were expecting cards like that. So yeah, it's kind of strange. If you've seen the prize support for the upcoming game night kits, it's like Kakugo and CTM, and they look really great. So look out for that. This look really, really good. Anywho, that was Nationals. You're going to see more of the footage coming up soon, but had an absolutely fantastic time. Shout outs to so many people. Canada did represent well. Shout out to the car from Montreal. We were like, what, 6 of us coming in from Montreal, and I think 5 of us were in the top 16. 2 of our guys in the car came 9th and 10th, just barely missing the cut and strength of schedule, so I feel pretty rough for them, but I think we fought well, so hey, hold your heads up high. Hey, Dr. Apathy, how's it going? We got a weird deck list of the week, and I think I talked about this at the end of last week. This is a silly deck that Ben Nee has been, but he played once on his channel. By the way, if you don't check this out, there's related channels on the YouTube channel, and you see a lot of people that make cool Netrunner content. This is Bayokin. This is Ben Nee. He always deserves a shout out. He makes really cool videos. He's been doing this for years. He came in 2nd in Worlds 2 years ago. Very, very strong player. Explains his rationale. Check this stuff out. But he made a deck, and it's kind of a meme deck. Check that out. Oh boy. And this deck works on the basic, on the premise, the idea was, can you make a deck, I guess we'll see it here, it's bigger, that doesn't use the standard actions in Netrunner. And the standard actions on the runner side are things like install a card, gain a credit, draw a card, play an event, which is hard to do. And there's a video of him playing this deck, and he loses definitely a bunch of times, but he actually gets one win with it. So it is a deck in which we have to not do a standard action, which is going to be incredibly difficult. If we win a game, we're just going to shut the stream down, and we're going to show up in a month, and we'll just retire at this point. It's going to be difficult. But we're going to try it. I don't know how to play this. It's like really subtle. I'm not actually sure how you get value with Brahmin, but we got a lot of weird stuff going on. We have to use this card because this is the only card in Netrunner that lets you make a run on a program, because the only thing we can install is programs through Cabinessa's ability and or cards like Customized Secretary. We're in for a wild ride, my friends. Wild ride. Gotta be Bog's Father influence on the improved promos. I really hope it is. The promos from this GNK, I think, are a big sign of the promotional prizes being like very relevant and cool. So we'll try that. Hey, Nutty Newfie, what's up? Yeah, the Altar Cuckoo is really cool. I want a bigger size of it. Ninja Mike says Nats was super fun. I went 4-6. I think it ended up in 38th place. On the plus side, I got to get schooled by Dan Dargenio, which was an experience. Yeah, Dan Dargenio was there. His finals game was against Eric Boivin, a dude from Montreal who shows up in chat as Millhouse. You can only run a remote. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, I guess there's other ways to run central servers like this. But it was a really cool game. Dan got swept last round, dropping him out of the top 8th, and it's kind of exciting. Gotta love troll decks of the week. How's it going, XWT? Let's try this out. Expectations are really high. Oh boy. Woo, or what is a basic action? I don't know if there's been other nationals so far. Maybe Canada's the first one, but I can't say this enough, and I don't say this enough on the channel, is that we do not push on this channel enough. If you're new to this game, if you've been playing casually for a long time, if you're just starting it, the best thing you can possibly do is go out to an event and play with other people. It doesn't have to even be an event. Like, go to a friendly local game store, meet people, play the game. It does so much. It blows the game wide open. You meet people, generally people who like this game. You can get along with them because you have something in common inherently, and you can get better at the game. It's like one of the coolest things you can do. All the people I've met through Netrunner have been absolutely fantastic. So if you do have a nationals coming up and you think like, oh, I'm not a competitive player, well, I'm gonna get stomped at a nationals. Go to a nationals, because yeah, you might get swept your first round, but then you're gonna play against someone else who got swept, who's in the same shoes as you, who says like, oh, I shouldn't go to nationals, I'm not a competitive player. And then as the game goes on, you get more. It's good. It's a really fun time. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. It's woo, or what is a basic action? Cabonesa. Are you gonna click for credits? Unfortunately, we can't. So this deck is specifically built to shut that stuff down. Oh yeah, Leprechaun's actually super important, just to Chris, because 2 of our cards that we need for sure to win a game is Tracker and Magnum, and that's 4 MU, and we have no MU cards because we can't install hardware. So it's actually really important. Yeah, it's only woo abilities and action on cards. The community is fantastic, says Dr. Apathy. Again, it can't be understated how good the community is in this game. Metro Property Live. All right. Let's forget that we can't click for credits. Hey, you look like a nail. How's it going? Happy Thursday as well. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so this is already really weird. I gotta fix some stuff up real quick. Give me 1 second. The camera here is really big because I did record the unboxing for Cancel the Crest. We did the runner side. It should be coming out this weekend. Thanks, you too. So you actually have to mulligan the opposite way of a Netrunner deck, because any cards in our hand will never be able to install, and it's really important we keep all self-modifying codes in our decks, let alone our Sahasharas. So we're gonna mulligan this for sure. I'm gonna misplay the shit out of this deck. This hand is actually pretty good, because we're never gonna be able to play any of these cards, because you can't install cards from your hand without using a basic action ability. It's gonna be pretty bad. Hey David Hoffman, I went to the store champs and left undefeated. Thanks for your videos. Hey, glad they worked out. Congrats too. Interestingly enough, we're never going to draw, so the Plana value is going to be bad for them because we can't actually draw, and this is what a turn 1 has to look like. We're going to use Cabanesawu to install our Sahasras. Then we're going to use these credits to install a Sahasra. I guess we used one too many, that's fine. And we're going to use these credits to install a self-modifying code, and we're going to use a self-modifying code to install a magnum opus, and then we're going to click the opus. And then all these are going to get, unfortunately, removed from the game. We have economy now. So now all we can possibly do is install self-modifying code to get trackers or other stuff, and tracker is not good against Palana Ice. Palana Ice, Jintekias have a lot of subroutines, and maybe like, hopefully not lose. Oof. Did you see my explanation why I use Brahmin? No, I don't think I did, Jarjaras. Can you throw that in again? IXWT is saying, I went to Gen Con with Stim Dealer, Clan Vengeance, Gene Conditioning Shop, Beach Party, and Just a Crow type nonsense. That's probably not terrible. Actually, for what it's worth, Clan Vengeance is doing relatively well in the competitive field. There's one Clan Vengeance deck in the top 8 in Canadian Nationals. I considered bringing it. I did not, but I think it's actually kind of well positioned. So we can't really run this unless we go for a tracker, remove it from the game, but you can only use tracker if it's installed at the beginning of your game, which we can't. So I think we have no option here besides click to 10. This could be a brain trust. It could be a 4-2 that they're going to do advanced shipment from 10 in, but if they do that, they won't have a lot of money. So again, we're probably going to lose this game, but we have painted ourselves into a corner by playing this format. Mull out SMC into SMC. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh shit. House of Knives. Oh fuck. Tanuki says, I went to a couple of events last year, totally underperformed even by my standards, couldn't concentrate on all that noise and bustle. Oh shit, that's it's unfortunate to hear. I know some players do play with like one headphone in or even like earplugs, if that helps. The events are pretty loud, and at the end of the day, I'm kind of excited to not be there to some extent. As bad as that sounds, like I like quiet, I get drained, but again, it's fun. What were you playing this weekend? I didn't catch you on stream. Hey Mario, I was playing Scorpios and Geist, and I had a lot of fun. I think they were actually pretty decent meta choices. Scorpios kind of shat the bed a bit more. So we gotta get stuff installed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Cabanesawu, install a customized secretary. So now we can install 5 cards on the top, and the most important cards that we get on top here is tracker. The problem is as soon as we install tracker, we're out of MU. So I think this customized secretary is actually a full whiff. We can choose to install cards on this that we have no interest of using and remove them from the game. So like we don't need a second magnum opus, so we can install magnum opus on here because this card's gonna get removed from the game. Probably don't need a second nanotech. Huh. There's actually a chance that we can install things off of here with Da Vinci. Like we can install a Da Vinci, we can install SMC from hand, which is kind of cute. But I think we want all these other cards. I think we have so many Brahmins, we don't need another Brahmin. You can use Brahmin to uninstall cards so they aren't exiled. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is going to be so hard to play. Okay, I think that's enough, and we're just going to get rid of these cards. We can fire another one. I think we have enough credits to install everything we want off of it. Probably not. They're not rushing us out with their scoring. This is a grind deck, so I think we can just camp on Magnum and scare the shit out of them. And we just lost 3 cards, which is maybe a mistake, actually. Maybe we want more cards in our deck. Considering I had 0 practice for 6-ish months, I did horribly. How do you win if they score a second House of Knives? A Grim Sleeper, that's a huge issue. Yeah, second House of Knives is a big problem. Uh-oh. If one of those ices could go, then I think that server's just gone. Yeah, it might be. I'm telling you, this deck is not particularly good, but that's kind of the point. So we're going to go hit our second customized secretary. This needs to hit something good like a Leprechaun and a Dead Deer, which is perfect. The SMC we can keep in our deck, that changes nothing. Equivocation we actually might want. We definitely want the Dead Deer. We definitely want the Leprechaun. So now we can start installing things with SMC. Installing an SMC is actually probably okay, because we can just keep it on one of these. Da Vinci Equivocation we don't particularly want. We can actually put Da Vinci on there. It's not terrible. No, but we need to keep cards in hand, so I don't think we're ever going to use Da Vinci, so this is probably good enough, and we can keep cards in our deck. We can also do Equivocation. I think we need to win fast if we're going to win at all, so we probably just want the Equivocation. And we're done. So now we got to get all our stuff installed. So we're going to install our Leprechaun. We're going to install our Dead Deer. I guess we could host these things. And then we can install the Equivocation. Otherwise it gets removed from the game. And we're going to host it on one of these things. So I guess we're going to host it on the Dead Deer. And we'll save a credit doing that. Oh, good. Rip net shield, right? Yeah, right? That one rotated. At least their agenda is blank for this matchup. Yeah. Oh, scarcity. We're not running resources. Fuck yeah. Oh, man, this card is so... It was a problem this weekend, that's for sure. So, this is probably, what's it called? You know the one. Right? This is most likely a Hokusai grade, and that's an issue because we just can't take a lot of net damage. If we hit a snare, we probably lose. So we're in a really bad spot. What a beautiful mountain of jank I've walked in on. How's it going, Ration? Yeah, this is going to be an issue. This is such a big deal. Like, net damage, we can't draw, so we can't play around it. Luckily, this card is dead. Maybe they're playing New Sound. I don't know. Running HQ is an issue. I guess we're technically... playing against Kakugo. Oh, we could have installed this over the customized secretary. That's a mistake. This shouldn't be on here. That's 100% a mistake. We need to get our tracker out for sure. So I think we're going to just do pull out our SMC with Cabanessa. I guess we're going to host that on there. And then we're going to use this for our tracker. And then we're going to Magnum like 3 times. Yeah, I think they realize what's going on here. So we got to get our tracker out for sure. And we got to host that on this one. And this is a real big problem. There's not a lot of one subroutine end to run ice in this deck. So a lot of times this is going to be pay 2 credits, still take like 3 net damage. Especially if we hit things like, what's it called? We lose. I don't think this is a winnable matchup. But if we hit things like Anansi, it's a real big issue. Resources are indeed scarce in this deck. First rule, Jateki.net. If you're playing a new deck, you'll always play against a net damage deck. That's like just half the time in Jateki.net, you just play against a damage deck. Alright, we're going to lose. Anyways, we might as well just run HQ, see how this goes. And I don't know if they realize how good this card is. Yikes. Use Analog Dreamers to keep those House of Knives off the board. Oh! Oh! Fire. 2 of them. So we lost our Degdeer, lost our SMC. Joke's on them. We can't recur that. Oh, only the one. Oh, House of Knives fires. Okay, so we died to snare. They can't fire snare. Ooh. 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 So we hit 1 more net damage, we lose the game. Because House of Knives will kill us. So they have no credits, so we can run R&D. If this is a price deck, it's fine. And we also can force them to draw when they have 0 credits. We got this. We got this. You can actually technically play Collective Consciousness as a draw card if you want it. But then you can install cards you draw, so it's pretty bad. Daily Business Show, yeah, you can draw that. Brain Trust. It's a Hokusai. That's a perfect time to trash that. We got to hammer as much as possible. This is a really good turn. We can't steal Obokata. Oh, actually, no. Breach Dome. Miraju, force the corp to draw. Yes, definitely. Scarcity, that doesn't matter. And we died of Neural. Scarcity, yes. Punitive. Oh. Oh. That might be an issue. They can't play it. They have to do credit. And we died to so many things, like a single net damage subroutine. But this is probably the closest we're going to get to not losing. There's also a chance they just throw out an agenda. We know they're going to throw out the scarcity. That's a garbage card. So one of these cards is not worth checking. Okay. So they can't res an Obokata yet. Or, sorry, a Kakugo. So I think we're just going to take 2. I guess taking... There's no point taking credits. Yeah, there's no point taking credits. We're going to die to most things here anyways. Tracker names the server. Yes. So we're going to name R&D and go. Hopefully this is a Kakugo. They can't res it and we somehow win. They still can't fire a snare. House of Knives into... Oh, we lost that one. Into Breach Dome is lethal. Trash NGO front. Yeah. Oscar. Oh, we're not even firing tracker. Okay, cool. So we're playing it safe. Hedge fund. Okay. Komainu, that's an issue. Can't break that ice. So basically we have to win on this run. We have to basically hit 2 more 3-2s. I'm really excited. Voter Intimidation, dead card. Voter Intimidation, dead card. Woo! Okay. We have to play a control game. If they ever res a Kakugo, it's a huge problem. Kakugo has 0 subs at least. Oh, Kamainu, yeah, you're right, Ration. It does have 0 subs. So this is likely an NGO front, which means they can surprise res us with anything, and if anything does 1 net damage, like if this is a DNA tracker, we lose, which means we can no longer run. No, Andre, use tracker? No, we can't. I don't want to. It costs too much. It's high risk, but we gotta take our risks here. So we could run this. It seems pretty bad. So I'm pretty sure this is an NGO front. It looks like they're running 3 2s and 3 1s, so they're probably on like shipment from Tenon and all that fun stuff. Running right now is super risky because they'll have 9 credits. They can res a DNA tracker and kill us, which is bad. Yeah, we're basically playing Flisk, right? So like what we could do is we can always pull out like a nanotech and run. So we're gonna just take money and then install. But the only problem is if it's not nanotech, if it's a DNA tracker. So we have to kind of like gamble what's the right card to play around. I don't think we have another play there. Yikes. That's a House of Knives. Oh man. Yeah, okay, so no surprises there. Punitive is also super lethal. Oh, fuck. That's an issue. Okay, so we gotta look at our deck here. We have 2 Cyber Cypher. So the question is, we can put a Cyber Cypher on here. There's not a lot of sentries that do net damage. It could be an Anansi. Kamainu doesn't matter. Cortex Lock doesn't matter as long as we install a thing. So we can install a Cyber Cypher here and run. We're pretty sure this is a Hokusai grid, so basically we can't run R&D anymore. So if we're gonna win, we're gonna run on R&D or the server 1. If this is a Kakugo, they can just score out of there all they want, and we can run. We have to win off of HQ, which is gonna be very difficult. This is probably a daily business show, so I don't think we actually need to run it. If it's a House of Knives, we obviously lose. I mean, at this point, you might as well just drop, right? Since you're not doing Ben's thing. We are doing Ben's thing. We didn't do anything wrong. Oh, because we ran, because we didn't hit the tracker. Oh, fuck. I see what you mean, chat. Yeah. We were running. Yeah, fuck. Calm down, doctor. The running part is easier to forget than a basic action. Yeah, no basic actions. You're right, chat. I goofed it. I wasn't paying enough attention. We should not have been able to do that because we have to spend 2 every time to run R&D. That's very easy to forget. We did hit the big yellow button. I understand now what chat was saying. That's an issue. Rip game. That's fine. We got to do another one of these. I don't think we have a choice here. We just have to click money. We can install a program run. I think David's actually probably best install, but we have 1 shot at that. Oh, fuck. We goofed that up. We had 1 job. How's it going, Neil? Not a lot of options here. Good thing we got the Flotic, right? If they score that, we lose. Oh, shit! Whoa! Whoa! Back online! They're making us draw! Perfect! This gives them almost no money. But they're making us draw. Problem is now Kamainu is an issue. Oh, that is so fucking cool. That is so cool. Damn. Did not see that coming. Okay. That's dope. Okay, so where are we going? Where are we going? We want to leave this. They can overinstall that, that's for sure. I still don't think we have to do anything. Like, they can fast advance from hand, and again, the House of Knives is an issue. Why would they res that? I don't know. They know what we're doing. They're probably just having fun with us, too. We could just put this on HQ and just click for 8. Like, I don't think we have much else to do here. I have regrets, but I like that combo too much. It's technically a combo. Jinteki, casual, everyone. It's co-op. Oh man, Mario G, what the hell are these decks? This technically makes sense. It's bad in this matchup because we can't draw, but that's not really a thing they have to play around. But this is like a pretty good value card. It gains you like what, 4 credits sometimes at the beginning of your turn? That's pretty good. Positive play experience. Mind you, we have another customized secretary, so we could actually start digging for breakers. Oh, we probably should have done that already. No, it's just bad. This card isn't just bad. This card is totally reasonable. If I have 5 cards in hand, this fires. I have 6 cards in hand, they gain 4 credits. It's a card in remote that gains 4 credits. It's not always bad, Graham. It's always bad if they're playing, I don't know. It's bad in Paulina, it's good in Paulina, because it forces you to draw on the corpse turn and they get a credit. It's like Agroplex, right? I don't know. Okay, it also makes Kamino worse. If they're playing Scarcity and maybe Death and Taxes, like it's okay. Okay, so we're gonna set up this turn. It doesn't really matter where we put this. I guess we'll put this on HQ. But this server sucks. We need to get out another if our next customized secretary whips, we're in a really bad spot. And it's pulled 2 bad cards out of our deck. If it pulls out the last customized secretary, we're in a really bad spot. So let's pull this out. Alright, so we got Leprechaun Tracker, Lady. That's really good. Only problem is we can only install 3 of these cards. And we have no more SMCs. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh shit, and we have to install, I guess we can stack Leprechauns. Oh, that's risky. Equivocation's unique, so we don't want that. Tracker is technically not that valuable. So I think we'll do Leprechaun, Tracker, Lady. Yeah, okay. Do we need another Leprechaun? No, I think we'll have enough MU. I just don't think we have other triggers to install cards. So we'll install the Leprechaun, which will host on the Leprechaun. Damon's all the way down. Oh, we'll try the Tracker. This is a board, huh? Lady. What? Why? Oh, it's already good, sorry. That's a turn, I guess. Hey, power guys, it's Plana, it's Adonis that doesn't stop ticking. Yeah, I think it's fine. How many decks play Agriplex though? Not a lot. I think you could. I don't think it's wrong. Yo, Ludmilla, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. Triple Agriplex, triple personalized portal, brainstorm, pollen deck, when? You could do that. You could also play Komainu and then like Harvester and try and mill the runner out. This actually has some value in a deck that wants to mill the corp or mill the runner, because being forced to draw is a relevant effect in certain decks, specifically decks that want to just like drain your cards. Now the thing is they don't have enough credits. Oh, that's a shame. They don't have enough credits to reds all their stuff. However, we can't really interact with them well. We can actually face tank this and run HQ. And what have they been doing? Draw, install, install. So I guess we can face tank this, take 2 damage, get a single axis. It's not the worst. I guess we can put this on archives. I'd be more down of running archives here, just to see what all this stuff is. I think we know what most of it is. I think if there's any time to run archives, it's probably when we have 4 cards in hand, so that we can steal an Obakata if they've thrown it out. Had someone couple them against me with an Obelisk tag me deck was a bit crazy. Yeah, I could see that. So I think we just chill again. We have no cards that can install cards from our deck anymore. Mind you, I did definitely goof this up. Is this Bayokin's deck? It totally is, and we've been doing okay so far. This res is so good for us. But we did run without hitting Tracker because I did goof it. But we're doing all right. 27 credits, 1 breaker, count it. All right. So we will eventually deck ourselves if we don't win in 19 turns. Yo, Cody, what's up? How's it going? Okay. The portal is offline. The portal is still... Portal's very much on... Portal's offline. So now we don't have a lot of cards. Oh man, is this deck list of the week? It's amazing. So far, we have goofed it substantially. So, if this is our... What could this be that's bad? We have currently... We can install 2 programs. And we can run this remote. If it's an Obakata, we're probably in a bad spot. If this is the 2 swordsmen, what's the guy named? Ben Musashi, we're in a bad spot. That's largely it. So one of these definitely goes on server 1. If that doesn't work out, we maybe Hail Mary HQ. We definitely don't run R&D. When they have 17 credits, they can res this. So we don't do that. I guess we'll put archives for the Hail Mary. And we can do it. Samurai Kuso, congrats on your Nats placing, Andre. Thanks so much. We did. It went well. It was we had a good run there. So we could do it. We have a limited amount of resources here, but we could install Cyber Cipher on remote, install Nanotech, which is really good on this remote run, and we have all 3 breakers. I think we might as well take our chances because this might be another brain trust, and we don't want that. So Cabanessa. We have MU for all this, which is really important. So Cyber Cipher, server 1, Cabanessa, Nanotech. We gotta host that. Fuck. Wait. Well, equivocation's kind of... I guess we don't need 2 trackers, right? Yeah, we probably don't. We can't draw. Can't hit that orange button again. We did goof that once. Oh man, this nesting, it looks really silly. 23 credits is probably enough. We can't draw last click. I guess we could remove a tag, but a tag doesn't really matter. So I think we can actually just Magnum run. It doesn't really change much. Data loop would be annoying because we can't steal through Obokata and they know it. I think 23 credits is definitely enough. Let's try this. Okay, Kakugo. Great. So we can't steal an Obokata already. We take 1 net damage. 3 left. Boom. Lost the Brahmin. Fine. Continue running. DNA tracker. Oh, we actually didn't have to break that. Hold on. 1 sec. So, imagine I use tracker there. I've done it again. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We got you, Mad Dog. It's so hard not to click that run button. So hard. All right. So this easily could just be the Obokata. I'm getting flashbacks to my old Nasir personal workshop, Big Red Stealth deck, and the Lunar Cycle. Seems about right. So this is a House of Knives. Oh yeah, gotta trash this. With 3 credits, they can't res much to punish us. Aiki would be an issue. I think we run R&D. Yeah, we have a chance of winning right here. Oh, fuck. No, I can't run R&D. Shit. God damn it. Can't click that button. That button's too easy to click. Okay. Turned off their money. It's Netrunner, not Net Tracker. That's right. That's right, Jim. Game point. Yeah, good catch, right? Ooh. Click to 3. 6 credits. Okay, so we know one of these ice here is a Komainu, which will wipe our whole hand, and then this is lethal. That's obviously an issue. We can't have that happen to us. We don't have any more card draw. They only have 16 cards left in their deck, so eventually they're going to have to jam on this. So their game plan is stack 3 Kakugos win. Hopefully 1 Kakugo's on R&D. We don't have a play here. We can uninstall breakers from our deck, whatever those are. Not a lot of options. Really not a lot of options. We're going to set that Magnum button. End deal shipment from 10 and out. Yeah, what's still? How's it going? Howdy, thanks for dropping by. So your drawing is where my money is supposed to be coming from. Help me. Help me draw. Please. Hey Kyle, you need to put a sticky note on your screen that covers those buttons. That's actually a really good idea. Give me 1 second. Archives? I don't want to run archives because I'm worried about Breach Dome. And so I only run archives when we have 4 cards in hand. I trashed the portal. Okay, we got a sticky note here. We're going to put this on the run button. We're going to put it on all the buttons besides start turn. Okay, so I can't hit those. Because I can't see them. Oh, fuck. Now I can't see which server to pick for tracker. Ah, that's awkward. Archives. Gotta let them mill themselves out. Don't really have a play. Heat breakers would be decent in this build, maybe. They would be. It's hard. You'd have to install over them. That's actually pretty cool. That'd be really good. Mijukas, what's up? This is Bayokin's Don't Do a Basic Action deck, which has been good. And they have 14 turns to score all these points, which is actually going to be... We're kind of favored. Oh, man. Then we're going to vamp them, but we can't play an event. Can't hit continue, though. No, continue's at the top, so it'll be okay. Like, right now, I can only see remove tag, which is not going to come in handy. And we know they're on 3 points, right? They have to be on 3-pointers, and that's the issue, right? They have to be on Obokata because we saw Punitive, which means Obokata probably SSL, which makes me really confused because I don't know why they're running these many like 2 or 1-pointers. Custom Secretary could get them in the bin. Yeah, they could. You can also just install them with Woo and then over-install them so you can get them in the bin yourself. Like, I don't think it's impossible. They're going to go ahead and play that preemptive action. If they shuffle back agendas, they're going to be kind of upset. We actually have a chance of like winning if we run R&D. Personalized portal, Hokusai grid. Hokusai grid. All right, the drawing is back up. They didn't shuffle any face downs. That's pretty good. I imagine they're on DBSs, and they actually really would like a DBS right now. I think they threw out their daily business show. Kinchin, wait, what's going on? Why can't we hit buttons? The deck list of the week is a deck list that Benny made. It's a deck that technically can win Netrunner by not using the basic buttons. And we're at 5 points. We did goof it technically. Ah, fuck. So we don't run this. There's no way we run this. That'll put him on game point though. And that's the biggest problem is we just can't steal Obokata, so we have to put central server pressure on. I respect the concept, but I cannot do this deck to myself. Yeah, it's actually a super interesting thought experiment. Because you have to play the game radically different. Like the idea that you're trying to mulligan away cards, like you want to keep your cards in your deck, is kind of rad. Please don't let that be a House on Eyes. But we can't run it. NGO is pretty dumb. Obokata can't steal, so we don't. We just take more credits. Oof. Best kind of rules are arbitrary and self-imposed. You gotta make your own limits. It's very important. So maybe they'll go down to 9 credits. Again, we've been robbing them the most Palana value, excuse me, that they'd ever want. And now they're on game point, which is kind of rough. Adds a perfectly protected agenda. We need 5 cards to even think of hitting that remote. Man, this post a note honestly it's kind of difficult. Okay. So we could Hail Mary this. If we're assuming they're on 2 more Brain Trust, there's 13 cards here. This is a Hokusai grid. One of these cards is definitely if there's a Kakugo on the server, that's like the worst case scenario, because then we can only run it once. If there's a Kakugo on R&D, we can only run it once. So I think we'll wait for our Hail Mary until we actually need to Hail Mary. Full of Grace. Because then we can install Nanotech, install Cyber Cypher, run here twice max. Ooh. Oof. Buckle up. We're clicking for a lot of credits. Just bounce if you hit Kakugo. Yeah, but then we remove all our breakers we installed from the game, and that's an issue. Right? Like, we have one chance to install Cyber Cypher, Nanotech, and run. If it's a Kakugo, we probably will bounce, but we only have one more Cyber Cypher, one more Nanotech. I guess we could do Brahmin, but that's not really sustainable. Worst case is 2 Enigmas. Holy shit, if we track her into R&D and it is a Kakugo, which they probably just top decked, we're fucked, right? Because the first Cyber team, we prevented it. So we have to pass the Kakugo? Any one ice kills us? No. Not one ice kills us. DNA Tracker will kill us. Chiashi will kill us. They can barely res half of those. So if this is House of Nines, we lose the game. So I think we have to go off here. I think it's actually more likely to be a product line or something like that, because they know we can get into the server. So shall we just like Hail Mary this? I guess we always have Brahmin as our last click Hail Mary, and we're gonna like rip up all our leprechauns and do really dumb stuff. You must pass go, you must collect 1 net damage. Exactly, Tarmus, how's it going? It's gonna force us to take the damage, which is super awkward. So we're 100% sure that there's a Komainu there. Do it. Yeah, it has to be the outermost. And mind you, they just installed this card, which means it has to be Kakugo. Like, this is double Kakugo. And this one here, actually, I think the middle one is a Komainu. It's our last run, right? We gotta do it. We gotta install Nanotech, install Sai, run R&D. RNG key first. No, that doesn't do. Oh, to draw. Oh. But then we can't install what we draw. Like, it does technically help us. Oh, wait, with RNG key? Hold on, thinking. With RNG key, can we steal Obokata? I don't think it does save us because we spend a click on it. RNG key. We also don't have the MU for RNG key. Right, like we have 1 slot. We have 2 MU slots. We can't do it. I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can. Because we need to install both our types of breakers. And if we install RNG key, we have to overinstall Magnum. We probably don't need Magnum anymore for what it's worth. Can we hit the grid? No, you can't hit upgrades with RNG key. I think we overinstall Magnum Opus. There's no way we're going to spend more than 62 credits before we lose. Fuck it, right? Yeah, installed cards cannot be revealed. So you actually have to do it at the top of the deck, which means that we won't use equivocation to force them to draw. It's either don't use equivocation or RNG key. I don't think we RNG key on this one. It'd be really rad if we did, though. But we'd have to guess, and it basically robs us another access. Like, the best case scenario is we install 2 breakers, run, and then see, like, 3 cards. If we do RNG key, we only see 2 cards, and that really lowers the chance of us winning. I don't think we can do it. Let's go in. Good luck, us. Cabanessa. Nanotech. Cabanessa. Cyber Cipher. R&D. Host. Tracker R&D. We learned. Please no Kakugo. I love how this stacks inwards and outwards. It's like Mahjong. I don't know how Mahjong works for what it's worth. Janktivist, what's up? Happy Thursday. Still on the deck of the week? Oh, we're definitely on the deck of the week. This is very much deck of the week material. Oh man, we're in. We're going to keep going. Not what I thought you would do. That's always a good sign. Miraju. Bypasses. We don't break it. Continue. Don't break. Doesn't fire. Whoa! That's actually counterplay to Miraju. Oh, maybe there's a swordsman on this server. Wait, no, sorry. That doesn't fire. No, no! Hold on. That doesn't fire. Fuck. It's not implemented right. I'm just taking on that. I've been doing that for the last few days. Before anyone asks, an Aeneas, the reveal and credit card are separate. RNGs depend on the revealed card. Could you kindly fix that? Haven't seen what that is, but it looks like Bayokin's deck. I saw something similar on the stream. It is Bayokin's deck. It is the deck this week. I can grab the card and put it on top. I'm most interested. Could you kindly grab the card you put back, return the card you got, and just shuffle? That works. Hey, Jeff Nash. Hey, Andre, my girlfriend is wondering if you got a haircut. I said maybe you did for Nationals. I did after Nationals. Thank you, though. Install RNG key, just pick 5. Then it is an Obakata, you get a draw. That's actually interesting, Chuck. I don't think that's the worst. Oh, they actually moved the card from the HQ to top of R&D. That's unfortunate. So we're going to know what they hit. Okay, so they could res the Kamainu, but they don't. They can't read the Hokusai grid. We actually could have gone in here with very free programs. Successful run. They're not resing the Hokusai? Oh, now they are. If you're going to lose, you might as well hit Analog Dreamers once. That'd be so rad. Shuffle this back in. Or what does Analog Dreamers say? Okay, so we take a damage. Reveal the top card of R&D. Yes. It's an Obakata. Fuck! RNG key would have worked. The RNG key play. Okay. So we got to force him to draw that. Bailey Business Show. Fuck. Oh no. With RNG key we would have drawn up. Oh no. What happened? You're still 1 card short though. I didn't do the math. If they score this though, the server sucks. No. Okay, we have no breakers. RNG key only draws 2, so it'd be on 3 cards. I thought it would draw 3 and take 2 cards. Okay, we're fine. RNG key doesn't work. Customized, personalized portal. Back on. We would have lost to Hoku, yeah. All right, they got 3 credits. We're pretty sure one of these is what's it called? We're pretty sure one of these is a Komainu. If they res anything, they can't res the other one. They can't res DNA tracker. The Cortex lock does not kill us. I think we just go R&D, go ham. Go ham, go home. I think now we install RNG key, run 3 times. Not a great res. No, a really bad res right now. I think we do RNG key. It also plays around Cortex lock. Okay, let's go. Personalized portal lets you draw. Yeah, they res that once before. It was pretty good for us. We could die here. There's a chance we die here. I'm not sure to what. Kamino wipes our hand, which is fine. Swordsman. We take 1 net. Fire. So the RNG key is going to save us. Archives is ripe. It might be, but Breachdome kills us Wassel. I don't want to do that. Just the net. Please. He's Canadian. He's doing it in magic. All right, we lost the Magna. That's fine. So now this fires. Okay, 7 cards left in the deck. We're gonna force them to draw out, and they don't really have a scoring remote here. They can't res much at 3, and Aiki would be worst case scenario. Aiki is lethal unless if we lose the side game. It's an Aiki. Oh, motherfucker. All right. We have to win the side game. Swordsman does resolve. It's only the first subroutine. Okay, so this says spend a side game if you and the runner spend a different number of credits, the runner draws 2. So we win this a lot of the time. It's all in on side game. I've never hit roll a d6. What does that do? Result 5. I don't want to die to this. Thank God. Okay, this is really good. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, this is good. This is technically good. No, you can't have this. RNG key, what is it? It has a res cost, play cost. So fire RNG key, we're gonna say 2. That's the cost of Hokusai Grid. We're definitely gonna draw 2 cards. We're gonna trash that. Let's go back. Got me. Oh boy. 7 cards left. We still can't steal Obokata. Our RNG key is only first time a turn. They're gonna shuffle for what it's worth. Yeah, oh my god. Entropy, how's it going? Just imagine they trash all ice except the Aiki. Yeah, right? Let's play a game. We don't die to snare. They have 2 credits. This is going to help us draw. We can kind of sit back. We're actually in a pretty good spot. Roll a d6. We're going to pay 1. There you go. That's pretty good. Where's the Komainu? I don't know. We lose 2. That's fine. Still can't steal Obokata. Kakugo. Motherfucker. They can just wipe all the server and put Kakugo and it's going to be an issue. Actually, no, not that bad of an issue. Punitive. Dead card. So we can go one more time. We'll see one more card. Yeah. Oh, no, because then we can die to the side game again. I guess we don't. How many RNG keys do we have? This is our last one? No, we have one more, thank God. Okay, so we can't click that card. That was close. We almost clicked that again. We don't have a lot of options here. We could run archives. Like, they could res a crick. That would be really bad. So I don't want to risk that. We can do this as our last Hail Mary once they like run out of money here. Okay. Do not hit that orange button. We came real close. So they have a Kakugo punitive counterstrike. The Kakugo is the biggest issue here. We can break it 4 times, but it's not strictly sustainable. And now if we run R&D, they only have 5 cards left. I think they can just... What is that? Is that an Obokata? Is that an Obokata? You ignore a subroutine? We only ignore the first one. So that is trash AI program, which is relatively useless. So Crick is not a problem. Well, a tracker is only on R&D and we can't reposition it mid-turn. This could be a daily business show. It actually just could be an Obokata. It could be a snare. It could be a House of Knives. I don't know. but they still need to score a couple points. I think we just still go R&D. We have a chance of winning, right? Like, this probably draws us cards. I don't think we got much to do. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, excuse me. We need to get the RNG key out. I totally forgot. But very important. Oh, man. Yeah, these are backwards again. Okay. All right. Cool. Whew. Sweet. Did it? Okay. Yep. Oh boy. This is actually giving them money because we're drawing. I'm kind of forgetting about that. All right. They actually paid 1. We lose the Da Vinci. We lose the multi-threader. That's interesting. That's in this deck. Swordsman. Yes. Fire RNG key, yes. We always name 5. House of Knives. Oh, fuck. Got it. So if we run, we die to the side game. This is our last RNG key. If that was an Obokata, we would have won. And that's a huge issue. We have to basically wait for the customized portal. And if they do advance, we're going to be at 3 cards. So it's very hard for us to get 4 cards to contest Obokata. Luckily, they're a bit short on money. We could install David Run HQ. I think this is actually probably a Kamainu. Whoa, that flashed weird. Keep running. Keep running kills us, Tataki. It kills us some of the time. Because we can't steal Obokata. So say we know there's another Obokata. So that's 3-6. Obokata's in HQ. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think all the agendas are in HQ. I think all the agendas are in HQ. So I think we're just going to wait. Power Guides is right. You win next turn. 1 more Ek, kill him. How many trackers left in deck? We have 1 more tracker. Oh, like we can mill them, right? So we do install advances. So, okay, well, yeah, thinking. So they can actually, they can't punitive us for 1. But yeah, right, we can mill them out. Unless they have more preemptives. Because next turn they draw. I think we can just wait and then go next turn and hopefully kill them. This is too dangerous. Like, we lose to an R thing. What we can do next turn is we can put a Cyber Cypher in R&D and then run twice more. Yeah, we're probably okay. If there's an AI left in deck, you can prevent the Swordsman from killing it. Yeah, that doesn't really help that much, too much. Yo, Ty Allen, how's it going? Mill him? Well, the problem is that the A key fires, we die. If that's an Obokata on the board, then we'll just install our last Cyber Cypher and then win. So I'm not that worried about it. They can also, if Miraju fires, they can add a card from HQ into R&D, so we actually don't have to mill them. They can choose not to draw. So actually milling them is not technically possible if they know how Miraju works. I think the win is in HQ. We gotta wait till we have 5 cards. We could also check what this is. I don't really want to. It could easily be a Brain Trust. If it's a snare, we die. Use the AI to break the I key. The only AI we have is Brahmin, and then we have to put our cards back into our deck, which is an issue. I think we wait a turn. We can't lose here. This can't be bioethics. Hey, Movable Object, what's up? I just looked through all the programs and only 3 of them give draw. Yeah, no. Oh, it's another personalized portal. Fuck! We drew our David, which is a huge issue because now it's very hard to run HQ. Best point, though, is we have 4 cards. We know they have a Kakugo, but they are in a bad spot. They need 2 turns to score 3 points, so they don't have it if you equivocate. Yeah, I think we now win. The problem is if we equivocate, they can shuffle cards back with the Miraju and reverse mill themselves. Like, it just does nothing. Sort of. But we're in a pretty good spot. If they have Biotic and double shipment from 10, if we don't run, then we can lose. What is this? We could also break Miraju. Oh, we have one card left. I did not even realize that. What's your last card? I have no idea. It's going to take so long to find out. Also, Ender, what's up? Da Vinci is still in deck, or is the last card tracker? It looks like we have all the trackers. Oh, fuck. Robin puts stuff in the deck, which you can get out with Woo again. It's interesting, but anything we get out with Woo will remove itself from the game. So in theory, you could do like David, Brahmin, return David. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus, this game's been like 45 minutes. Yeah. It has been. So there's probably 2 more brain trusts. The thing is, they can't win. This will put them on 6 points. And then we can kill them. No, we can't, because this fires. Well, that's a motherfucker. I think Archives is the play. I think you might actually be right. The question is, what is this? I think we install Brahmin, run Archives. I think you're right. That probably is the play. Because this is the first time we have 4 cards in hand. Yeah, I like that play. Let's see what Brahmin does. Oh, we can't install a Brahmin, actually. Oh, we can. What's the last card in our deck? It's not a Brahmin, so we can't install an AI. What's the last card in the deck? Oh, man, we gotta do all the math. This would have been cool. This would have been really cool. So what's left? Oh, it's only 2 Cyber Ciphers, so I'm wrong on that front as well. What's the last card? It is not an Equivocation. It's not an Analog Dreamers. Dig deer, dig deer. I don't know what it is. It's a misdirection. Our last card is a misdirection. It is absolute trash. It does nothing. Okay. Click Woo and find out. It's a misdirection. We got all RNG keys. They are 2 are out, 1's in the heap. I'm pretty confident it's a misdirection. Yeah. Okay. Thinking. So we can run Archives. That might be an issue. We can also run HQ, and hopefully that's fine. If they score a Brain Trust, like they're still in 1 point, and then I just hope that they forget how this thing works. But I think all the agendas are in HQ, so best case we want to run HQ. Why not just run R&D and mill them out? Infinite Jester, how's it going? We can't, because Miraju will fire, and then they can shuffle 1 card from HQ into R&D, so they'll never mill out. They shouldn't have been drawing, but they're probably looking for their agendas. We can also check what this is, but that seems too ballsy. This server we can't get through. This is the weirdest game I've ever played. Tell me about it. I think we just check Archives. We don't really have a play here. The worst case, this is a Kamainu. And then we have to win the side game. You can't run HQ. We could reassign the tracker. Like, we haven't started our turn, so you can always reassign this. I think Archives is the highest win rate. Highest probability working out. You have no action which lets you check those remotes. No. But we could reassign a tracker before we take our first click. Like, we aren't locked in. It's an Ike. Okay, so we fucking don't play the side game. God damn it. Fire. No game. Yeah, please. Ah, that's so rough. Okay. It's committed to Archives, honey, but we can move it. Like, it's not a big issue. Alright, we die the 3 Breach Dome. Nothing. Literally nothing. Can't run R&D anymore. We have no plays. It's besides check server 3. Hopefully they just can't score an out fast enough. We actually shouldn't be checking this. Uh-oh. This is where Street Magic would shine. Tell me about it, but we can't install a resource. This button is frozen. That's bad. Test. Yeah, I lost. Oh wait, we can't run that. We can't run that. We can't run that. We can't run that. We hit the run button. Fucking hell, this is so hard. Oh no, whatever. Whoops. Just taking down that nose, as it should be. Yeah, you're right. It's actually trying to get us. We can't. We run it. Okay, so that's it. Okay, they just can't score out. I think we won. No, maybe we didn't run. Maybe we didn't win. Oh no, we definitely won. We won! We technically won. Because they have one card left. Unless they have a preemptive in their hand, they need to install an agenda preemptive. Cheat count equals 7. Count it. Why are things not working? Please let me click things. Is the stream going okay? I think we actually like lost connection. Then they can't shipment from Tenon. Shipment from Tenon is their only way out. You're right. So I think we would just run server 3. Yeah, make a 6-1 run. But our stuff's frozen. Can I confirm that the stream is still running? Black Lion Chest, how's it going? Stream is fine, thanks Grim. I think we're actually frozen. Test? That's really unfortunate. I don't think they have a win condition. You clicked when you shouldn't, so your clicks are taken away. Yeah, they really hit us hard. Mind you, oh man, I thought that was a scarcity. Stream's okay, thank you. Kamo, how's it going? Stream's still up and running. Game went too long, JNet is trying to protect you. Yeah, it might be a problem with JNet. They're stuck in typing. Let's go check whether chat is up. 21:46. That's 10 minutes ago. Test? That's not good. Uh-oh. Oh. What do we do? Hello? If you're just tuning in, my name is Andre. Welcome back to the Metropole Grid. We need this a bit. I think we technically won, but we also technically cheated, so 50% victory. Which is like roundable up to an even number. I forget how scientific rounding works. If you're just dropping in, we've hit a bit of a road bump here, but we're gonna have the rest of the evening. Claim the win and move on. You have to hit the concede button, that's the problem. There's no hit the win button. This is a very interesting deck. F5 it? Does that actually lose the game though? Like, can you reconnect? I think we'll call this a tie. 6-6. I'll take the tie at least. But if we run the server, right, they're going to draw their last card and then there's no way that they can win. I guess if they have another preemptive, they're fine. They could do install preemptive credit. And then it all comes down to whether or not we can run this remote. And we probably can run this remote for what it's worth. Oh no, actually we can't. Yeah, no, this remote is impenetrable. Or first and check your chat and saw your test. Oh, that's really good. If JNet isn't down, you might be able to reconnect. Okay, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna hit that leave page button. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. Oh, 0 games. And frozen altogether. Oh no, we're good. Are we in here still? Rejoin. Okay, we'll give this a shot. Too bad it doesn't seem like you get the official W. What a fight. We did put up a fight. Hello? Oh, hey. Hey. Oh, we're back in. We're stuck. Got real stuck in that I. GG. GG. Okay, got it. Can't win. Another preemptive. Good game. Those portals. Yeah, those portals helped us out. So it looks like they don't have another preemptive, so there's no way for them to win. We can just run this remote. We're fine. Okay, so count it. Count it! NGO. How flooded is HQ? So HQ, there was what? 3, 6, 9? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Shouldn't have messed around portals. Definitely not. Alright, they have a surprise Audacity. They do have an Audacity, right? That's actually really interesting. We saw an Audacity. We didn't see an Audacity, did we? I felt like we kind of saw an Audacity that game. 2 Abacas and 2 Brain Chest. Interestingly, your portals weren't all bad. They made me draw the David, so I can't run HQ. Portals actually... Yeah, maybe they didn't have an Audacity. That seems strange. Rezal, Kakugo. So we could David through this remote. That's the Kamino we were looking for. And that's largely it. It's weird that they're playing punitive Counter-Strike when they have so many 2-point agendas. It doesn't seem that great, but Command has less value than I thought it would. Yeah. Inside on a remote, it's hard to get value. All right. Well, thanks for the game. Okay, look, stream, chat. At this point, we can do two things. We can give another shot with this and not hit the fucking buttons. I was trying to get you to lose cards. Yeah. We did those. We actually got 3 cards left. Or we could do other things. What are other things? I don't actually know. And this is a really cool thing now that it's spring. It's the end of like the competitive season for a couple of whiles. Command and Code Replicator is awesome. You can jack out. But Timberlang, that's what we played 2 weeks ago at a store champs. Had a lot of fun. You got your value. We did get our value, right? Please play different deck. How's it going, DevCon? Time to move on seems about right. That game took holy shit, that took a while. Captain Cody asks, how did Nats go? Nats went really well. We have some footage to show. I did not win nationals, but we did make top 8. We went 3rd in Swiss, and then we ended in 5th, which is pretty good. Showcase your Canadian nationals deck. We could do that. We might actually want to showcase other Canadian Nationals decks. The Canadian Nationals decks I brought were the ones that you probably saw the week before. I brought like the basic Scorpios that we've been playing for a while. For what it's worth, I think I would make changes to the deck going forward. I think Trojan Horse is good enough, and it's actually kind of difficult to respect in the modern runners. And I also, if I would play Geist, I would change up my deck list a bit. You can jack out, but it makes a scoring window potentially. Potentially it does. I was playing that with an offer you can't refuse, Timberlang, so you can't jack out, which was really fun. Oh shit, it's Splinter Cell. Otherwise at this point, like, I feel bad that we don't have that much like scheduled content, but because we're at a point in now right now where there's not so much competitive Netrunner going on until like we hit regionals in like June, we can kind of just build weird stuff. So if anybody has a deck specifically they've been working on, it doesn't have to be strictly competitive. We could take a shot at it. Otherwise, we're going to build something. The backup deck that we have right now, and actually I forgot that I had this because I'd be down to try it, is that I want to try a White Hat. It's a card that I think is actually pretty cool, and this is a Sunny deck. It's largely based on, it has no cards in it apparently, but it's largely based on the shell that we played before on this channel that was Murphy's like 33rd place World Sunny deck. And it just has White Hat in it, which is really cool, and it had to be changed based off of the new changes to the restricted list, which took out basically a clone chip from it, and instead of playing Clot, we're playing the source, which is actually probably really maybe even better. I don't know. DEFCON, how about a Canadian National Corp deck? That's the one thing I wanted to try out because, oh man, spoilers. There's no way around this. This is a Canadian Nationals deck that did really well at Canadian Nationals, and it's an Asmari Ed Tech deck. We're gonna open this in Chrome, and it's really cool because it's like, this is actually what I'm really happy about fucking Netrunner right now. I don't know, I had to swear there. Netrunner is actually in a competitive Netrunner at the top tables is actually in a relatively good spot right now, and that's because I don't think the meta is at all solved. While it's true that some, at least at a competitive level, some IDs or some archetypes are just not well represented. Like right at the top 8 of Canadian Nationals, we had 2 criminals. Everybody else was anarchs. I think there was like five Vals and then 1 Alice. So Valencia is pretty good. But the fact is, like, there's nothing that's like particularly solved. And all the decks up there besides one weren't particularly like mean negative play experience decks. Think what you will about Scorpios. But this says Mari Ed Tech deck did really well at Nationals, and if you look at it, it's not at all busted in a way that like makes negative play experiences. Like, it has a really good agenda suite, things like Global Food, Beal, Quantum Predictive Model. Then it has the standard like CTM and NBN shell stuff, things like C-Source and Hard Hitting News. Mind you, it's a 1 of and a 2 of, and they fill this up with, or they follow this up with things like closed accounts and exchange of information. This deck, there was 2 versions. One of them had more celebrity gifts. The other version had more death and taxes. I think the roughest card in this deck by far is Scarcity Resources, a card that I'm convinced is just super busted. And I just don't love seeing matchups against like very strong players. That could be an interesting game, but one person just plays Scarcity Resources on turn 1, and then the game kind of isn't much of one. And that kind of sucks. But like, if you look at this, it's kind of just like good old fashioned Netrunner. Like, look at the ice. The ice is butt. It's not particularly good ice, besides against Anarch, specifically cards like Newshound, which are almost always have an end to run due to the fact that this deck has like 4 currents, let alone runners have currents. And this card is about 6 credits to break with MK Ultra, which is a very common Sentry Breaker. And a lot of players did prepare for that. More Anarchs were playing Data Sucker. A lot of Anarchs were playing Ice Carver to make this only 3. But like the ice itself isn't particularly flashy. It's just kind of good value ice. And then it becomes a game of what is in the remote. Do I have enough money to contest this? If I'm going to go run Central Servers, can I contest the remote? But it's like IP Block and Wraparound and Archangel and Enigma. Just like really cool stuff backed up by Asmari EdTech value. And then maybe 1 in every 20 games Brian Stinson fires. It's really cool. And the top 8 at Canadian Nationals was like relatively diverse. There was a bunch of Jinteki, actually like 3 or 4 Wayland somehow, and then a bunch of NBN. There was no there was 1 HB. There was a CI deck, right? But I think it's really cool. The meta seems to be very diverse and nothing seems to be very miserable. And we're playing good old-fashioned Netrunner. I did choose to go into this tournament. I did play Geist, and Geist actually has a relatively cool matchup against this. As bad as both Scarcity of Resources and Death and Taxes is basically the entirety of the deck you're playing around. You do have Link, so you can deal with almost all this ice. You see the top of the deck. You're good at breaking ice. It's cool. They generally throw out their hard-hitting Nooses and Sea Sources because you run Forager and On the Land. But it was a fun matchup. Got to play this a lot, actually, and I only lost, I think, 1 game all day against EdTech, which is cool. Geist is really good right now. He definitely is. Scarcity is the biggest problem. This card is stupid. Let's try this deck, right? Let's try this deck. From what I've been told, there's a lot of Asmari EdTech going around on the JNet lobbies as of now, but it's a fun deck to play. Also, a really cool thing that I saw. Where's Jinteki? A really cool thing that we saw. What's this called? Wishbone. Nice. This is what people do, or what people were doing. So if you haven't seen this Mario tech, it says when your turn ends, name a card type, gain 2 credits. My face is in the way. Gain 2 credits the first time a card of that type is installed or played, right? And I think that's really cool. It's a cool ability. It's interesting. Now, the thing that I like about this, what players were doing, is they were bringing 4 cards, 1 of each type. 1 hardware, 1 event, 1 resource, 1 program. They were generally bringing really busted ones. It was like Account Siphon, Temujin Contract, Data Sucker, Parasite, Desperado. And they would just leave whatever one on top of their ID that they called. Because something that they ruled at this tournament, and I'm not sure what the actual call is, but based off the way that the card is written, I would be surprised if this is wrong. If you forget to call a card, it just stays the same one as you last called. So they would just like say resource and leave the resource on top of this card, and then you would not forget. And I thought that's a really cool way to play this because it's actually hard to remember sometimes. It's like, what the heck did I call? And I think bringing like these aids are really cool. Maybe that's considered, no, I think that's technically illegal. You're allowed to do that. Wishbone. Hey, how's it going, Happy Puppy? Yeah, right in time for the dog deck. The issue that basically every runner econ draw engine in the game relies on resources at the moment was surprised Scarcity didn't get restricted. Yeah, Scarcity is like a pretty shit card. It's a really strong card. And the problem with it is like compared to all the other currents, there's like literally no counterplay to this thing. Like this card's so much different than most of the other currents. The install cost of each resource is increased by 2. And for 1 credit, this is by far, I think, the strongest current right now because stopping the runner from installing their econ, their draw engines, basically makes them lose the game. And the only way to turn off a current is generally by drawing cards, and if you're turning off draw engines, that's a problem. Or getting accesses on central servers to steal agendas, which is also a problem when you can't get your economy going. And then if you have to start Hail Marrying, things like hard-hitting news and C-Source really bone you, which is kind of an issue. But like this card has no counterplay. It has literally no counterplay. I wish this card said like the install cost of the first resource you install is increased by 2. Like the same way things like Paulina or like Housekeeping is worded, right? So that you can be like, okay, on this turn I'm gonna install all my resources, and then you have intelligent play where you're planning your next turns in the future. Like look at this thing, right? But it's not. Even if it said something interesting like the install of the first resource you install this turn is doubled, that's kind of a cool card because you can go ahead and start installing your same old thing first and then plan the rest of your turn. Maybe that card is busted, but like there's just literally no counterplay to Scarcity resources besides get a central access or like suck it up and spend 6 for your Earthrise Hotel, which sucks. Your face is blocking the magnificent beast known as Wishbone. Oh man, I watched a lot of Wishbone as a kid. If you're not familiar, check out TVO, the channel. Let's give this a shot. If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name's Andre. How's it going? If you're new to the game, hey, how's it going? It's a pretty good game. Highly recommend you to make an account in chat. Say hi, ask questions. The community is really great. I'll answer your stuff. I generally explain everything I do, but not always. So maybe you want to ask some questions. It's a good Borker. All Borkers are good Borker. Or play a current. Defcon Clown. Play a current is technically a solution, but if you don't draw your current, you're in a bad spot. If your deck just doesn't run currents because maybe you only have the core set, maybe you just didn't draw your current. Like, I just don't think that's fun counterplay. It's like, oh, I played a card from hand to turn off your card from hand, or it's on the table forever. Like, Scarcity against Ian, probably a really good play. Thanks, you too. I'm expecting Ian actually to play like off-campus apartments. So Toll Booth, or sorry, Archangel gets really good. We're gonna keep this for sure. FG's been pretty clear that they see currents as being something that they think everyone should have, which is silly that they're not in the core set, but like inherently there's little counterplay. It's like, did I draw the answer? That's it. And I think currents are fine if they have counterplay, like enhanced login protocols is a cool current. I don't know. As a kid, I only watched Wishbone because I had a dog. Even as a kid, I was happy to see dogs. What a hand. This is a really good hand. We're playing against Sterling. I think we're just going to bean down the Scarcity. Archangel, if they hit that again, it might bounce their big old Nexus. If they have it, it might bounce their off-campus apartment. But like, good luck playing around this. We don't want to lose to R&D. I think putting Toll Booth on R&D is crazy. We wanted to get this for a remote, so we might as well put this down. We might lose to Scarcity immediately. I think we're just going to call event on this one. We're already punishing him for resources. Let's just call event. Kids have great judgment. I'm probably not playing a lot of events, but we did just get 2 credits for that sure gamble, so I feel pretty good about that. You know what? The Borkers is good. Security costs coming down for 2 credits, so that is actually going to recoup costs. That's an issue. We don't want to have that. Actually, our Newtown now does end the run, which is pretty great. So ideally, we draw another ice. That's good enough. So we want to put this on HQ for the end of the run. We put this on archive so they can't get value. And we're going to call event again. If he wants to install more currents, he's going to be paying the hard way anyways. I think event is probably wrong. There's not that many events in Ian decks a lot of times. They just like strap on the resources. If it looks like they're running a run economy, we could use some event money. We'll see how this goes. Give me 1 second. Make sure everything's okay on this side. All right, so we're gonna show fun Netrunner in which our Ian deck that's running 30 resources, we got more money, is not gonna be able to play them. And Versificator coming down, that is their card, their restricted card. This gets good value when they hit the Archangel, but all these still end the run. We do have that sweet C source. We probably want to set up for a scoring remote. You don't want to score early against Ian because it gets that 2 credits a drip. So we probably want to rush out of Global Food first. That's probably the best for us. I think we can play really slow. Brian Stinson is actually pretty sweet right now, and it lets us play our hedge fund. So I think we're going to go for that. We want to put this, I don't think it matters where we put this. We obviously don't want to put into a new remote server, but let's get our Brian Stinson value, and then they'll play even slower. So let's get that. Play transaction, hedge fund. Let's go 19 credits. We're going to play event again. Good luck. Scarcity as Mario, only way to win is not to play the game. It's kind of like that. Let's see if they draw for their current. If they get a current, they play it, we get 2 credits. Can't feel too bad about that. But again, Vamadeva, we are in a wild place. They are not playing around Brian Stinson because we don't have an operation. It's not the worst thing. This breaks a program with exactly 1 subroutine that luckily is none of our ice. Good for us. And we got an absurd amount of value here. Unfortunately, we can't IPO again. Equivocation is an issue because they can move around our toll booth, but we can almost rush here. We have to play around inside job. I think we can just draw a credit. Okay, we got too much money. So we can actually probably give them the Global Food Initiative. It turns off the current, which kind of sucks. It's not a card you see much, no. I don't expect them to run all the Vamadevas, but this is not a terrible AI. Some people were playing this to deal with things like Mother Goddess back in the day. But if they run, they're risking hard hitting news. Eric, what's up? Better late than never. Congrats. I want to shout out to Eric in chat. Came in. Oh, paperclip. Did really well. This guy came in 5th at Worlds. We both came in 5th for what it's worth. Swept Dender Jenny last round. Seemed good. Tataki. It's Toll Booth and Archangel though. Yeah, that's the best we have. Toll Booth for the remote is pretty cool. It's gonna be hard for them to break in and swap it. It's gonna cost them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess we can just go ahead and set up. And we have so much money. Archangel is 1 sub. Oh yeah, it can break both of these, but it doesn't matter which one they break at that point, right? They're the same cost, so it doesn't really matter. Vamadeva versus Mother Goddess is pretty good on theme. Very good on theme. I think we can start a remote. If they run it, we'll hit them with the 3 credit cost tax. We'll put this in a new remote. I think we can actually go ahead and remove this from the game because we're not going to recur it. And we could play another one. Just kidding, we can't. Okay, 38-4. Mind you, Ian does creep up on you. Is able to contest this remote server. Does have 8 credits. And we're going to start stacking up them sweet, sweet foods. So I think we're going to have to rush soon enough. The thing is, if they get this card, it's not that big of an issue if they steal this one. Because we can then see source exchange of information most of the time. Sometimes we can't. Sometimes they'll be playing things like a forger, or if they're going in on all the resources. I don't know, on the lamb, stuff like that. We'll find out. Event is still good. Number 2 click turns. Did we just play IPO not on our second click last turn? Yeah, we did. It ends the run. What's up, a dumb brick? Well played, huh? Seeing scarcity and sunny hurts. Good thing it has 0 cost current. So they're going to hit this right here. So this is going to get a nice little trace 3, which we could actually boost. Not a lot of value in that, and it's also going to end the run. This thing actually has 2 subroutines, which is pretty good. So he technically interacted with us. If we top deck a hard hitting news, we could kind of throw the book at him. Whoa, they didn't boost. What's with that? They 100% should boost there. It cost them 2 credits not to take the tag. That's weird. I think 80 AP is a wonderful current. What's 80 AP? No, feels like a dumb brick. All right. Oh, look like we're floating the tags here. I don't know why they're not boosting. We might as well boost this. We have like too much credits. Too many credits. Okay, well they're tagged. That's just a good piece of ice. If they even run Mongoose, I think this thing's like 5 to break. Another day, another paycheck. Thank you. It's a cool current. It's a money card though. Like it's weird. It's a current that's a money card only if you're winning. Which a lot of times I think Sunny would rather just run like Freedom. Ooh, this is coming out. Another tag. And an actual end the run on this one because they are tagged. And they're actually floating all the tags. I don't know what's going on here. They are not playing in a way that I'd expect them to play. Okay. Well, we're going to... I don't even know if we have to trash this thing. Closed accounts doesn't even make that much sense. I'm going to put this in server 1. If they take it, I don't mind. I guess we want to trash this. I don't know what's happening here. We can just have more money. Yeah, more money seems okay. Event. Oh, this is pretty rough. Additional time period, additional money. Yeah. Awful day. Ooh, we just got money for exclusive party. This is really rough. Oh man, Defying Express to reveal. Okay, so there's a lot of like really strange cards in here. Not a tier 1 deck. That's okay. We are technically playing a tier 1 deck, and we're getting some value. They're cycling through express deliveries. Don't know what they're drawing, but they don't have a lot of money. Your counts are too puny to close. Tell me you run Psycho. We don't run Psycho. So if they interact with us, they're going to get the book thrown at them. So I think we just want to rush it out. As soon as we score this, though, we start giving them credits. I think we're going to go do that triple advance, the really weird advance. If we had a big Beal here, we could just play big Beal. Like, we could probably advance a Beal forever, and it would take them a very long time to get in there. Even if they inside job the server, it's going to be rough for them. The worst part of them scoring this, obviously, is it turns the current off. And Raven is pretty good. Okay, so now they're going to get 2 credits a turn, which is fine, because they still have to clear all the tags. We could go ahead and push this in. I think it's not an issue. We just want to get a scoring remote and score 2 of these. So I think we're actually going to put the Raven on the remote. Our central servers are looking pretty sweet. And if they clear the tags, we can IPO. Now playing a 3 times aggro plus, 3 times personalized portal, 3 communo, potential unleashed mill deck while watching this channel makes me do stupid things. Ration, throw in a harvester in there. And then also throw in a couple copies of the medical one, which is +1 hand size, +1 credit per turn. You go all in. So what they're doing right now is trying to struggle around the scarcity resources. Actually, they're not even throwing out resources. Maybe that's not true. Oh, I don't know. Way ahead of you. All right, so this is actually not a bad time to close some accounts. Oh, wow, we have the winning agenda in hand. So once we score this, we can exchange, so we can do the food like pretty safely. Yeah, this is not going to be a very exciting game, I don't think, but we can still lose, I guess. We're going to do event. Yeah. The Raven's not the best res. It looks like they're just floating tags. But they basically lose in 2 turns if they don't interact with us. And they played exclusive party to give us 2 credits, gain a card, and draw a credit. Black Lion Chest. I think you're enjoying the janky Monolith Emergent Creativity deck I built at a week. I've actually heard somebody was talking to me about Monolith Emergent Creativity not being like the worst. How's it doing? What is it doing for you? Are you actually installing all your stuff? It's the same old thing. So this game is not... Oh, no, okay. So I think the worst card in our hand is probably the hard-hitting news. And then next turn we just win. Emergent Creativity is really good. It's not so bad, actually. I'm not surprised. It seems pretty good. That's the 3rd party. We're starting to hit Value Town right now. But we are just going to end the game with the 50 minutes. And not much to see right there. Earthrise coming down for 6 credits. Let's go. Counterplay. Scarcity. Bank Job getting thrown out. And that, unfortunately, is good game. Good game. That's the best route of scoring against Ian. Is you want to score your big ones first. And then go there. C-Source? C-Source technically matters more. If they clear tags, we can always do C-Source exchange of information. I think it's better than hard-hitting news because it can close the game. If they clear all the tags, there's a chance that hard-hitting news they can always clear. I think C-Source is better. I think it's way better. Okay, let's get another shot. Because, yeah, we kind of just did whatever we want at that point. But, like, again, turn 1 Scarcity. If you don't have a current, you can't get through and they're on ice. Good luck. That's kind of the worst part about the deck, I think. Nice demo of how unfun Scarcity is. How's it going? Playing Rescape. Hey. We had the nuts draw, though. We really did. We're against Cabanessa. Cabanessa is definitely running some sort of resources. I think we can keep this. This hand's good enough. You can get really bad hands. Technically, like, you can draw a lot of these. This is probably fine. We have an ice for R&D. Something. All right. Cabanessa. Oh, that's good. So we could play Hedge Fund Scarcity and then do 1 ice up. But if we ice HQ, it's not the best. It's really not the best because they have a 1 in 3 of turning our current off. And that's not great. So this is actually an interesting start. The problem is if we don't ice R&D and we play Scarcity, they can just indexing and it's like worth nothing. Maui Chris, how's it going? How's the night so far? We've had some pretty cool games. Our first game was fun. We had to play the deck list of the week, which sucked. I don't know why I said it sucked. It was awesome. We goofed it, but it was something. So we got to think how we start this. We can not hedge fund. I think we definitely want to hedge fund, just ice both centrals and next turn with Scarcity. They're generally getting out their Magnum turn 1 anyways, right? We're going to go ahead and play Program in this one. Maybe that's wrong, but I think Cabanessa a lot of times wants to get that Magnum out turn 1. Or they're going to do like self-modifying code into like au revoir. There's a lot of things, and I think Program might be a safe bet. There's not a lot of times I think you call Program on this unless you're just about to score. And we got a good bit of money. Like last game we made maybe like 8-10 credits off of our ability. The game was only like 10 turns. So yeah, there you go. We got 2 credits. And it looks like we're going to get au revoired out, which is actually kind of hard to play against. Cold Read's coming out. That's 4 credits and a run on Archives. That lets them install most of their stuff for free. So let's see those. Oh, it's Origami. Okay, we're having fun. Let's do it. So hand size is huge. That's a hard thing to punish. There's no more sweeps week. This could mean Echo Mind. This could be like one of the decks we played before. I think we definitely want to play Scarcity. So we can definitely draw it twice. Oh, we could show that, but this doesn't end the run, which kind of sucks. Scarcity is more important than playing the IPO. So I think here we're still going to say Program, because they're probably not going to play, what's it called? That deck seems great. 40 card deck lists are fun. Yeah, they're good. You draw what you want. Ow. Now their hand size, mind you, is 9. Komainu value. I know we played a deck before with Bazaar and all the things. Okay, we could consider showing our hand here, but it's kind of risky. I don't even know if we need the money. We could do install advance on the NGO front. Ideally, you want to do that behind ice. If we draw once, we're in a really rough spot, so I don't think we can draw here. The coolest thing about Celebrity Gifts is that we show them both an NGO front and a Global Food, which is kind of rough, but that's okay. I think install advance the NGO is basically spending our whole turn getting 6, which is kind of better than anything else we're doing, but it shows we're on this. We also could install advance like the food in an empty remote server. That'd be kind of dumb, but it's a thing you can do. Archangel's not that good right now. I think we can also draw and throw out the preemptive. No, that's not good. Okay. I don't want to play the Celebrity Gift. I really don't. So we won't. So we will. Does this deck have a lot of money? I can't tell. It's either preemptive. No, we won't play the preemptive. Let's see if we regret that. Let's say program once more. They want another origami for sure. I don't know what to expect with Wu. She offers interesting deck building. Wu is actually really cool. And Wu is one of those runners that feels like a puzzle. And it's actually way... We got 2 credits. We're on 4 credits so far. Actually adds so much value. Like trying to figure out how to make a cool Wu deck is way interesting. And I love ideas like that just blow things open. As opposed to like... I don't know. Jemison was kind of close to that. But it just kind of made a subset of cards playable. Oh shit. The start turn button isn't working again. That's not good. Test. Hey. Okay, so chat's working. It won't let me start turn. Stream, we still good? We cool? Yeah, now it's frozen highlighted, which is kind of scary. How are we doing? How are we doing in other tabs? Other tabs are loading quite fine. No, no good. Weird. Let me DC and reconnect. I'll be right back. And now chat's not working. We got to, okay. I want to school, what's up? Okay, we're gonna leave and come back real quick. Yeah. Gotta find that game before they panic and leave. Please don't panic and leave. Where are we? Where's our game? Did we just shut the game down? Fuck me. Did we just goof it that hard? Ah, beans! Oh no, we rejoined. Oh, thank God. I thought we were looking for one with one person. Oh, the rejoin button isn't working? What's going on? I really think people will look at Wu in the future the way we look at CI today. It has so much potential to become broken. 100%. Seba, what's up? In the middle, you passed it. Found it, but now we can't. None of our buttons are watching. Oh, that has a password. That one works. Can't watch that one. What's going on? Let's try this on Chrome real quick. Uh-oh. Oh no. I can't join. I can join that one. I can't join this one. Ah, beans. Oh no! Jinteki just froze for you too, Ration. That's not good. Yeah, we'll try to refresh and rejoin. That's a good idea. Sorry about this. This is clearly not entirely in my control, but we're gonna make the best of it. If you got any questions in chat, it's a nice time to fire them off. Oh no, that sucks. Haluli, my friend. Hey, Haluli. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I think we're gonna give this another shot. Rejoin button just isn't working. 5 spectators. Oh, that's unfortunate. Have you played Gloomhaven? Happy puppy. I did. I have. Patrick, you've probably seen on this channel many times before. He has Gloomhaven. We tried it. It's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. Dataki's asking, should people slot Clot right now? I think it depends on your meta. As expecting a Canadian Nationals, a lot of people to try what I'm going to say is a relatively cheesy Titan Fast Advance deck. That deck sometimes just wins in 5 turns. And for someone who's been a big Titan fan forever, it's kind of hard for me to say that. So that has some pretty good matchups. The only problem is like the easiest deck to play Claude in is an Anarch deck or a Shaper deck, and Shaper just right now doesn't have money. It really doesn't have any economy because they lost Tapworm, and that was kind of keeping them entirely afloat, which is an issue. A lot of the top decks right now actually aren't fast advancing. I think people might realize that and swap to fast advance, but like fast advance really only helps you against Titan and CI, and some people do shipment from 10 in like Jinteki, but it's actually hard to clot that because they could do install advance and then like you don't know whether it's not a fast advance or it is, which is kind of hard because then they just shipment. That being said, I still think fast advance is pretty good right now. We're doing corp, so it's hard. Depends on the deck. Did you have a nationals last weekend? What did you end up playing? Merry Chris, we ended up playing. Oh, thank God. Sorry about that. We ended up playing Scorpios and Geist. Came in 3rd in the cut, and then 5th overall. We did relatively well. I think they're pretty good meta choices. Okay, so we have another current. We got a good end the run ice. We have a celebrity gift. I think we definitely keep this hand. I love that Titan deck. It's hilarious. It's so cheesy though, right? Sometimes you just win before the Anarch can index you to death. And turntable is also an issue. Those are all very popular. Okay, so celebrity gift. We get celebrity gift, but then when we put this on HQ, it's like okay. But then we're weak to indexing. I think we'll actually just like play this, play this, play this. I don't think they're gonna run turn 1. So this is Death and Taxes. Yeah, we'll try it. Death and Taxes is an interesting card. We expect them to install and trash a lot of cards next turn because they're gonna pull out their clone chips. So we'll put the end to run on HQ, which we can res, and we put this on R&D, which we don't have to res. This card actually is interesting. I didn't love it at first. We're gonna call program. But it says the first time they install or trash a card, and mind you, with self-modifying code and Cabinessa, this is gonna be happening a heck of a lot. So this card actually gives you a lot of value. I was playing Geist and Nationals, and this card gave an absurd amount of credits. Like, we got 3 credits already. Like, this is going to be goofy. Scorpio's interesting. What kind of Scorpio deck was it? It was very similar to Lori's deck, another credit, that they were playing at like the store championship season. I would change it. I would play I would be playing more into I would be playing, I think actually would be playing more money and then playing 1 or 2 copies of Trojan Horse because it's an interesting win condition. We just made 2 more credits and we're gonna make 2 more credits. Fucking hell. We started our turn at 3 credits, we're now at 12. This card's kind of funny. I was playing Geist and this card just printed so much stupid money. It was insane. All right, our hand is flooding up, but we do have a good end to run on the remote server, and this card's going to continue to print money, an absurd amount of money. Hey, sorry, chat, give me 1 second to catch up. Have you seen this one? Newcastle Store Champs. It's essentially Silver Bullet Tenant with Crisium and Navi Mumbai City Grid. A lot of people are playing Navi Mumbai City Grid, but that's largely to do with, I think, I'm pretty sure, like those Grappling Hook, Dataki Bahali decks, which I haven't seen in my meta so far, but it has some cool uses for sure. That card's like is a pretty cool Silver Bullet. I'm not a fan of Tenant though, and Tenant does fast events relatively well right now. So we don't want to show a handful of agendas. If we draw another card that's dead right now, it's kind of hard to play, so I think we can just actually click for 2 credits, which is a pretty lame thing to do in a deck that has this much money. And there's no way we're going to celebrity gift them 3 agendas. It seems really bad, let alone an NGO front, so that's a really shitty turn. We're going to call program again, because that's what we do. Have you posted your Geist deck anywhere? No, I haven't, Mario. It's actually like relatively close as well to the German Nationals list. The big change is that you have corporate grant to put in it 3 times. And that's largely it. My decks weren't like particularly homebrewed. They were kind of like based off of good things I've been playing in this season because I didn't have a lot of time to practice. I'm not embarrassed. That's a really good end to run. They can always get through this, but it's kind of hard to get through. I don't know how they get through this with nanotech. It's a lot of money, so I think we actually can rush out. We can play the I don't know what this is game. If there's any time to rush out, it's probably now. It turns the current off though, which is the worst thing. But with 4 credits, they install their nanotech. It's hard for them to get into the server. And if they face check it, there's a relative like punishment to it. I'm not expecting like, what's that one called? Careful planning or something? That's not gonna happen, right? Down with Anarchs, up with criminals. Speaking as someone that routinely has to play against Solitaire Noise before any type of most wanted list or ban list, fuck Anarchs. Anarchs are really good right now. And that's because Val is just good. And their breakers are good and they have good draw cards and good econ. It's the most important thing. Down with main factions, up with mini factions. You know, the mini factions are only getting better and better. They are. Their 5 influence cards have been so cool. We'll play some Sunny before the end of the tonight because I want to play a lot of White Hat. Hey, sorry, I missed the YouTube chat. Intermission question time. What idea were you most sad to see rotate? Not a lot of them did rotate. Like, all the ones that rotated were, like, inherently problematic cards. Oh, they threw out a Dean Lister. Which means they're probably on Amakua. That makes a lot of sense with his hand size. Or maybe just Maven. It doesn't have to be Amakua. We can go ahead and score this. But, like, what rotated? I guess I'm not sad that Noise rotated because Noise is technically an issue. Andy, I liked playing, but I think she's really bad for the game. Wizard, No. Yeah, that's kind of it. I guess technically, I guess it's ETF. It's super boring, and I'm glad that it doesn't exist. But it was like a good backbone to play bad decks in it, because it's one of the IDs that just gives you econ no matter what. And that's good when you're playing a pretty bad deck. Part of me misses the world is yours. I think I've played that ID twice. So I'm not actually sure what you can do with it. Apex still seems pretty bad. Apex is going to get another program or another card, so... Hey, more value. More trash install cards. Oh, more trash install cards for Death and Taxes. What is this? They might be playing Grappling Hook. I don't know. I'm expecting a Maven. Okay, Toll Booth on this remote's pretty good. We can actually jam out the kitty or the food. Both of them are relatively good plays. We probably just don't have enough money yet. So actually the NGO front is relatively okay here. I think we actually just want to install advance this. If we score this is 8, 9, 10, still lets us res this 11, 12. Doesn't let us res this, but they need to install a program. Our currents are just keeping them back. Prepaid K is the deck I missed the most from pre-rotation. That was a really fun deck. It technically was fun. Big question for Sunnyers right now. Do you install Nexus with credit kiting or with emergent creativity? I'm not convinced you need either. There is the card that we thought it would be, Echo Mind. Their hand size is equal to their MU. So right now, their MU has 5 memory units, because... What? Number of cards in your grip. Oh, so this is wrong. This should be 5. Oh, yeah, but that's not unused. No, that's weird. So we made a lot of money that turn, right? Remember how we started on 12, and now suddenly we ended our turn with 12, and we started our next turn with 21. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. Not a lot to do here. I think we actually draw once. Yeah, we could just play the hedge fund, I guess. They have to respect C-Source. So at this point, programs are definitely going to have to come out. Okay. I probably tried to play Giant Dad for like 6 weeks straight. I could never make it work. Slow drip economy decks are still pretty good. If you love that Giant Dad experience, you can probably just play Sunny. Oh, Replicating Perfection. That's the one I am missing. At least it's a better design than Gagarin. It wasn't as mean as IG. It's definitely a very interesting Glacier ability. Replicating Perfection was... I think it'd be interesting right now. All good. But back then it was kind of brutal with just Caprice. YouTube says your stream features Neuromancer rather than Netrunner. Is that an intentional nod or is just YouTube goofing up? That's actually... when you try and put the game in Netrunner, it shows up as Neuromancer on YouTube. Most of the other channels say that too. There's no way to fix it apparently, even though Neuromancer is not a game. Or maybe it is a game. It's probably like a game from the 80s. Why did they give themselves a click back? Oh, because they must have fired that. Hold on. What happened? Why'd you get a click back? So what did they do? Oh, because they installed the SMC. That's acceptable. Okay, so they probably have programs in hand. They probably have the Maven. So I think we want to bait them into a run on this bad boy. We don't have any tag punishment, which is the worst thing here. We're still going to call program. What's Giant Dad? Giant Dad was a list, Infinite Jester, that was like Kate deck that ran like 3 Underworld Context, 3 Data Folding. It was getting 6 credits a turn. It was like a very control shaper deck. Very, very, very controlling. It had the source and clot and so much drip economy, and then you just ran R&D and HQ when it made sense. It's like the definition of someone thinks like what's a control deck in Netrunner. I would say Giant Dad lists. They were cool. I have a game on the channel. Oh, Overmind. Ooh, oh man. So if they use their Overmind, they have to trash it. Okay. So we're going in here. They have 4 credits on the cold read. Any program they use has to be trashed. So it looks like the Overmind is a one-time shot. So this is the perfect time to NGO front. We also got 3 credits when they install this. We're going to hit the toll booth. I guess they just keep playing Overmind over and over again with Clone Chip. They're going to lose the 3 credits on there. That can come off the cold read if they want. And they break this for 4 credits. Oh, excuse me, 5 credits on a token. We're going to keep going on this wild journey. This is 4 more credits and 2 more tokens. Not a bad res at us for us at all. Excuse me. They could have actually delisted that server, but maybe they want to wait until we have another ice. So now the problem is they're actually really good at contesting the remote server. So we probably just want to give them a food and then C-Source exchange for the win. A Data Raven on this remote would also be good too. Now we're gonna res this and fire this shit up, and we had a pretty good credit swing on that turn. Kamino's bomb versus this deck. Hand size is so huge. It is really good. There's a chance they might be playing what's it called? They might be playing the Shrike. They might also be playing grappling hook, grappling hook, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's relatively good. We got more credits. Vamp. Yeah, Vamp was the biggest thing in that deck. And this same old thing means another oh, they played Peace at some point. Maybe that's why we had that big turn. Okay. So they can do same old thing. I don't know. I think we can actually maybe push an agenda here. Right? Like, what could they possibly do here? Same old thing into yeah, it seems okay. We can install advanced events, this bad boy. This only costs 5 basically to get into this remote. But then you install the program too. Whatever, if they steal this, it's not the worst for us. The worst thing is it turns off this current. We're gonna say program again. I know Andre loves Vamp. Man, Vamp is a fun card for everyone. There's the coming out here at the top. We got 3 credits for this. And look how much money we got. We got a lot of money from Asmari. Like an absurd amount of money. Are they going to Apocalypse us? Seems incredibly unlikely. And they're actually throwing out their bat. They probably have another one. Good lord, man, nasty amount of money. We have some credits. So we're going to go ahead and score this one off. I don't think we need a celebrity gift. We're on 6 points. If we top deck the... No, we don't have another 50 minutes. So basically, quantum predictive model never advances how we're going to win this one. I think we don't need this. I don't know how they're going to make money. We're going to say program, I guess. Nothing else really makes that much sense. And if they have this much MU, it might just be Overmind. I don't know. Let's see. We just got to top deck a C-Source. C-Source exchange. Give them anything, really. And then trade them the 1-pointer. We win. They aren't going to pocket. Yeah, they probably aren't. DDM makes a lot of sense. They only see 5 cards. So we definitely need more ice on R&D before we lose. And we might be doing equivocation DDM with this hyperdriver so they can run R&D so many times. But like they have so little credits. Or so few credits. Oh, this seems actually pretty good. I might as well put this on R&D. If we bounce this, oh god, it'd be the most beautiful thing ever. We're going to say program again. DDM does cap out at 5. So you can never see more than 5, but DDM looks good. Oh, we just won. They just pieced, they can't run. I don't know what they're doing, but they just didn't have enough money. And like, look at the log, how much credits we got from Asmari. How many credits we got from Death and Taxes too. It's pretty silly. And this card I don't mind, because it's just an econ card. It doesn't stop you from doing your thing. Do whatever the heck you want. They can't pull the source out, so it looks like we win. Hey, good game. And if they ran that server and they took the tag, it's pretty safe. Thanks for the game, eh? Let's do another one with this. It's like a reasonable deck. It's a tempo deck. It's about running the right thing in the remotes. It's like the most pure Netrunner. It's a pretty high power level deck. It's not messing around, and you have to play around certain things like C-Source and Hardening News. But like, it's totally reasonable deck to like show a new player, as long as you give them another deck that's good, and you gotta explain to them what Trace is. But besides that, like it's cool. It's cool. I'm sad that we did not see what that deck was trying at. It's probably trying at something pretty cool. If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name is Andre. Welcome back, or welcome to the Metropole Grid, maybe. How's it going? If you've been playing Netrunner, maybe you're picking it up. Maybe you've been playing for a while. How's everyone else doing? How's Store Championship season going on for y'all? Maybe Nationals is coming up. I don't know what other Nationals is. I think Canada was maybe the first one this season? Maybe? Remedy. But we got like a lull in competitive Netrunner, so this channel probably is gonna get weird. Hey, how's it going? Oh, we can start playing some strange stuff because there's no pressure to like do well at things. That's really cool. Adam. All right. So we're not running best defense. I talked to the people that made this deck, and the best defense was in earlier parts. Yeah, Canadian Nats was way early this year. How about giving this deck a try? It's the DRT Hell deck. Defcon, that doesn't seem like the sort of deck that I like playing. It seems like an asset spam deck. And those decks generally, like, unless you play against someone who's teched against it or who's good at playing against it, sometimes they just win. I also don't like dedicated response team. So against Adam, they're not playing Always Be Running, but they do have pressure on HQ. We gotta respect RNG key. Thanks, you too. I'm into Cash Refresh. It's a different game. I tried Cash Refresh once at Worlds. What do you like exactly about it? I'm not big on the bidding system. Hey, Mad Dog 1, local store champs. Looking forward to regionals. Congrats. What were you playing? Also, what's your local region? Or your local star champ? We can do worse than this. Let's keep this. So. Okay. C-Source is actually a really big deal. Because if they do run, we could C-Source and start trashing these things. So I don't think it's a bad play to Celebrity Gift and just put one ice on HQ. The problem is this is the ice that we want to rush behind, and R&D is relatively open. But C-Source is a hell of a card against this matchup, so I think we have to play the money card. And we definitely need ice up HQ. I don't want to lose the Beal, let alone the NGO front, so seems fine. I think Cash Refresh will be more interesting once the next cycle starts and we lose all the Flashpoint cycle. Yeah, the Flashpoint cycle is kind of dumb. This is actually an interesting call. I don't expect programs on turn 1 besides RNG key, so I think resources is by far the best thing to call. It's interesting to play around as Mari Tech. Sometimes you just want to install bad cards or at the wrong time. Like, it's not good to install your programs when you don't need it, but against Asmari, sometimes it makes a lot of sense. Actually, Event made way more sense. Way more sense to play, say, Event there. Woof. The bidding in CR is weird and unnecessary. I like how narrow the card pool is. Okay, we lost the Quantum Kitty. Yeah, Event makes a lot of sense. Another Dirty Laundry coming out. Shit. Flashpoint is already out of Catch Refresh. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. It's only 2 cycles, huh? And they just drew a data folding, which gives us some Asmari ad tech value. We know what to call. We did draw some more money cards. Archangel doesn't have a lot of value, so I think the best case scenario is we draw an Ender on Ice here. Death and Taxes is not particularly good to play when R&D is open. So I think we're just going to go credit IPO. And we know that they have a data folding. It's more likely that they want to install a resource than anything else. So I think we're going to do that. We can still maybe see for this. I don't know. Local store champs is Tasmania, Australia. Played the same as you, Standard Scorpio, and my old Geist deck. Hey, they got an Earthrise. They got Emergent Creativity. Congrats. I think this is a really fun deck to play right now. And it looks like we're going to get 2 credits on that data folding value. So 2 turns, 2 credits. We could have had 4 credits if we didn't fuck that up. And they just drew an Amakua, which is an issue. They installed both their programs at once, which is really good. If they run, we can do C-Source close accounts, which is a really big deal. They have to make it a successful run, so we can't pop NGO front. But I think it might be fair this time to put this on R&D and actually play this current and then click for credit and see how things go. I think we want to call program here so they can install Amakua, because Amakua Archives is pretty good because they know this is an Enigma and they only need 2 tokens. They just drew an Overmind, a Brain Cage. Those are programs that it's hard for us to rush out. Bears are good in CR because they're no good fractors. That might be the real reason Crota rotated. So we got 2 more credits. So turn 3, 4 credits. Brain Cage. They lost their Overmind. That's actually really good for us. And they're going to see the top card of R&D. And here a bad thing can happen. We can now do C-Sourced, closed account, trash. That seems pretty good. I think we do C-Source, close accounts, and then we want to trash one of their things. I think we definitely want to trash one of the things. If we trash this, we don't know what they draw anymore. They just drew a turning wheel, so I think we don't know what the last card is. It's just a turning wheel. But we definitely want to do C-Source, close accounts. And then we can trash Find the Truth, which is pretty good, because then they have to actually run through Archangel. They don't run another one in the deck, so yeah, whatever. All right, so we have to spend 10 on this. Seems good. They're going to get this agenda for sure and the NGO front, which kind of sucks. But at least we're going to set them back. Actually, they might not because they need credits. So at this point, I think we say resource because we know that they have that, but they're not going to play it. They just drew 2 cards, but we'll never know what they are. Yeah, Paperclip now is outside of Cash Refresh. That's actually really interesting. And they got to remove the tag. That's actually really important. So I think we got a free turn here. Thanks. Previous best placement was 2nd in SC 2 years ago with Jinteki RP and Caprice Deck and Gabe. Gabe is a bunch of fun. Okay. So if we purge here, we really don't do much. We want a nice for archives. This is for remote, but as soon as we install this, HQ gets like super flimsy. I mean, that's obviously an issue. We can install advance this bad boy. That's bad for HQ. So I think 100% we have to draw here. Archangel's pretty sweet if they hit that on the HQ run, which is relatively cool. So we could take 2 credits here and do nothing else. That's not the worst. We want to keep 7 credits for these 2 ice. Yeah, okay. We don't know what they're drawing, which sucks. But they've already played 5 events. So I think we're just going to still say resource. And they probably don't want to run. It's helpful info on the traces of Godsend and Kentucky.net. Funny enough, if you haven't seen this, it's the new Start Trace UI for those embarrassing moments when you're streaming and can't count accurately. That's never happened to us before. I had no idea why that's there. That close account. Did we come out equal? You spent 13 and I lost 12. Yeah. Yep. Tempo. Okay, so they're running here. They're running first click, which is kind of wrong. They can run last click, I guess. Best case scenario, they hit the Archangel. We pay 3. We bounce the Amakua. Let's go. Worst case, we lose 5 points. Global food. Fuck. Death and taxes is off. Toll booth. Okay. So they always run here last click for 1 credit. But now they're playing into hard hitting news, which is only a 1 of in this deck, which isn't the best. So next turn we can probably just jam the NGO front, install advance. There's also a chance we could jam the Beal and they won't run it, which is really funny. That you can naked this. That's coming out. We got another credit. So turn 6, we've got 6 credits so far. We're basically ETF, right? And emergent creativity is thrown off. Oh, fuck, another Beal. Are you serious? That's really bad. We could jam the Beal. We really could just jam the Beal. Tollbooth is actually looking pretty sweet. We could do Tollbooth that, but we kind of want to keep money in hand. So I think we just do this. And if they don't run it, like, it's actually pretty weak to interdiction. What else do we know in the card in their hand? They're gonna start the turn with 2 credits. They'll probably run HQ. I still think we're gonna say resource. It looks like they have a lot of setup resources, like standard stuff, Earthrise, data folding, daily casts. So this is okay. Always be running is generally a 2 of. Like, I think we can score a Beal naked. I have no doubt we can score a naked Beal here. Yeah, we can score a naked Beal. That's fucking crazy. NGO front is nuts. Oh my god. We got another 2 credits for what it's worth. Oh shit. That's some pretty good money. That's some pretty sweet money. And if they hit this, they have to trash it, so we could put this on HQ. Then we put this on HQ, we put this on the remote. Oh man, we could have gone for Big Beal. That's so unfortunate. Actually, we don't need to put this on the remote because we want to fire this. Oops. We also could put the current back on, which is interesting. I don't think that's as good as IPO. If we had News Hounds, that'd be a different story, but taking 14 or 13 credits is pretty okay. So we still don't know what's in their hand. I think resource is still a safe bet. They're getting 4 credits per turn. I think there's actually no reason to not rest this. I wish NGO front cost of money, at least a credit. Very little counterplay besides tech cards. Yeah, I guess so. We got another 2 credits. So Dean Lister gets through this. So I think we're going to do Toll Booth Raven. This plays around inside job. Resource again. I think we play around Dean Lister, I guess. It could, in theory, run archives 3 times, run server 1. There's employee strike. That's fine. The turn actually turns a current on for us, which makes the News Hounds good. 22 credits. They might check this remote. They got a lot of money really fast. And this is actually kind of a bad time to play a current if this is an agenda. Like, this current is going to last 1 turn. Could we go for Big Beal? I think we could. Probably don't want to. At this point, I think we just continue to call resource. We're still waiting on 2 daily casts, probably 1 or 2 more liberated. It's definitely another data folding, 2 more Earthrise. There's still a lot of value. Dean Lister, ABR. NGO is healthier than Caprice, 100%. They're going for the big tokens. I don't know how much strength they think they need. I think 5 is probably a good spot. And then they'll probably run HQ here. 2 cards, running HQ is pretty good. And right now we are at 5 strength, so we could boost all our money to bounce the Amakua. Seems pretty bad, but they're going to be on 5 agenda points, which is definitely bad for us. They also have to trash this, which is kind of a big deal. Thinking. Well, we definitely res this. The problem is how far do we trace them? Because right now they spend 6 credits on that, putting them to 20. They're going to spend 1 more credit. Or actually 2 more credits. The question is, how big do we boost? Because we could boost like 10, putting on 16, and then they have to pay... I guess we can spend like a fair bit of money here and still be okay. Like we can make this 12. Because if they reinstall this, it's like getting a purge too. There's a chance we could boost harder into this and do Brian Stinson math. Anna, how's it going? They actually did it. And we probably should have done the math because you're going to have to trash the Brian. And so I guess then we can't play around Brian. I would love to not have an agenda here. It would be so good. Be so good. And now the Amaku is not going to be, I guess because they have the trash, Amaku is not going to be at 6. This ice gets really shitty. Oh, it's not looking that great. We got to purge. Got to ice archives and then purge. Yeah, keep him. We probably could have boosted that more. I can't believe they paid 12. They should have just put this back in hand and jacked out. I guess that means there's a Beal in there. It's worth something. 11 credits. Okay. Drawing is actually pretty bad right here, but I don't think we have a choice. Not an agenda. That's actually good. Server 1. We're going to spend 8 plus 4 is 12 on that. So I think we actually have to play the hedge fund. And they know this last card. I think we can continue to call resource here. Event would be indexing mad dash DDM. That actually could be an issue. They have 2 more gambles. Yeah, I think event is probably right. Okay. We also haven't seen proper breakers yet. They can't be only on Amakua. We do have the IP block to punish that. Okay, turning wheel coming down. Actually, oh, that's the other card we knew they had. Shit. And it's actually really easy for them to get the turning wheel value. This breaks for 1 credit. Oh, no, actually, this traces. Nice. Okay. So right now they have to spend 6 credits. I think we actually can boost this substantially. We can make them spend 10. Puts us down on 12. I think that just boops the turtle. Otherwise, they have to play into hard-hitting news, which is pretty bad for them. Oh my god! They spent 22 credits on 2 Archangels. That's insane. If we lose right here, it's going to be pretty funny. Oh, fuck. Okay. Holding on. 50 minutes, we got to shuffle that shit back. Man, we've got through so many agendas. 24 cards on deck. Seen a lot. Right now, hard-hitting news is definitely the best top deck we got. I might actually just check this remote for the win. A Data Raven and R&D would be pretty sweet too. Oh, they're going back. That's cool. It's 1 credit. Do we lose? Yeah, we might. No, we don't. IPO. So we definitely need to shuffle this back. They break this for 1, which sucks. So I think we have to mandatory draw. We want to shuffle after we draw. That's a really good top deck. That's a sweet ass top deck. And we got to shuffle this shit back. It doesn't change that much. Actually, that makes them win on the other quantum predictives. I think we have 2 more. That's not going to load, is it? I think we have 1 more quantum. So shuffling this back is actually kind of low because no matter what, they're going to get a tag through this. So we actually could just get IPO money. It's probably okay. Yeah, we're still in game point after shuffling the 15 minutes. That might make them more aggressive, which I think is pretty cool for us. The question is, what do we want to play here? So they're going to start the turn with 4 credits. Events probably are still okay. There's no more resources I care that much about. I'd be happy to have seen notoriety there. That'd be pretty dope. It also means we don't have to play around Mad Dash anymore. There we go. We called the event properly. I think we got 10 credits so far this game. Turn 11. Count it. Why not IP block on archives? Eventually that's okay. But they can just win through this if they want to. Like, if they have an indexing, they can just get through this because it doesn't end the run, honey. Like, they can just run through this and rip their board off. They probably will win. Like, indexing, they win. Looks like they didn't draw an indexing, or a deep data mining also would be really good. Single axis, please no QPM, no QPM. They got to remove that tag, putting them down probably 2 credits by the end of their turn. It's a shame that they didn't use their deuces for value. What did they do their deuces? They drew? Expose one ice. I don't know which ice they exposed. IP block. Oh, they actually knew what that was. And they're playing the strike. Okay. That's fine. This is acceptable. Newshound, Archives, Shuffle, Advance. That's our turn. Because they just played a current. I'm good with that. Do we want to shuffle this? Yeah. I don't actually know if we need to shuffle that, do we? We could just do advance on this. That seems better. Yeah, if they run this remote, it's good for us. Again, that doesn't change much of the game. I don't want to draw that one. So we can't call something. That's such an Adam start. They had a good start. They definitely did. 2 credits a turn, data folding. That's actually hard to respect. Okay, playing Escape and YouTube is yelling yes. I'm not actually sure at what. A scarcity, mind you, also would be pretty brutal. They're probably running 3 employee strikes. This is their second, and they have a code gate breaker in the bin, which is good. So it looks like we're going to purge this turn for sure. That's going to keep them out of central service for a long time. They need to come back with real breakers. And we got pretty unlucky that we couldn't keep them out of central service. This deck runs, it's like 13, 14 ice, which is not like, maybe we shouldn't expect that much. 13. But Adam's pressure is pretty difficult. And their econ is going to wrap up. Basically, we lose to this card. We almost definitely lose the turning wheel. And again, we could have just installed a naked Beal and got like a 3-point Beal instead of that NGO front early in the game, which is pretty hilarious. Multi-threaders coming down. That gives them recurring credits. Doesn't help that much with Amakua until they get the Amakua up to strength. And that's the second daily cast. So 2 more threats, 1 more cast, 1 more folding. And the same old thing is going to come out, which doesn't actually threaten that much. I guess Emergent Creativity. That actually probably means they're on Fem. They also could be on Security Nexus. We haven't seen any big splashes of influence. C-Source is a big deal, but we need to follow that up with something. They're going to eclipse us with credits eventually. They're making 4 at the beginning of their turn. Let's draw. Okay. We can still draw. That's a big deal. We have the Raven on the remote. We might want to push that. It's safer there than in HQ. I don't know if they'll run HQ yet. I guess they could with Black Orchestra. They might be on legwork, something like that. I think with Turning Wheel, they might not be on legwork. We definitely want to jam that. So this is our last kitty. So now shuffling this back doesn't matter, besides giving us the point that we could possibly win by. At some point. This turns the current off, but again, we have no new sounds. And like, look at this ice. It's all relatively cheap ice. It's actually pretty taxing for them to deal with. And they can sit back, right? We're on 2 points, they're on 6. They don't actually have to interact with us for a solid bit of time. With 2 NGOs out of the game, not a lot of the things we can bluff in the remote. Wraparound. Oh, that's a really good draw. Whether or not they're on Paperclip, we'll find out. Do we need to score this? I think we can do advance. Wraparound is probably good enough on this remote server. This card is kind of shit once the current is turned off, which is unfortunate. So we could do advance. We lose to Inside Job. We lose to a couple things. I think we can do advance. They might think it's a food. I like this play. Question is what we do with our last click. We want to surprise them with a hedge fund. It's not that big of a difference. So the big question, I think like the big thing that's going to win or lose us this game is where we intelligently install the wraparound. And they could be keeping their breaker in hand. Again, they only have 20 cards left. So they probably have found most of the things, let alone Emergent Creativity means they can find it if they need it. So maybe this is not that important. I'm worried we're going to lose to deep data mining. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on R&D. We have another one we can draw. Preemptive isn't terrible there, actually. Shuffling the 15 minutes changes nothing. Because this is the last 1-pointer. I guess if we shuffle it, it makes this more safe. They did same old thing for sure gamble. Holy shit. 2 clicks for 4. They're coming in hot. C-Source is looking good. It looks like we're going to get a proper trace on this one. This is really good. I don't think we need to... Wait, why are they running this? Are they just getting turning wheel counters? Because they can't get through this. Oh, they can with the Black Orchestra. Never mind. 6 is an acceptable tax. Advance, shuffle 50 minutes. Yeah, that's not the worst. But I think this one's like super safe. And they probably don't want to run it. Maybe it's the last NGO. They spent... Okay, just as a count, we spent, what? 28 credits on Archangels so far. We did spend a lot of money too, for sure. So that's going to come out. That's all their money. They're accessing at 0. Oh, no, never mind. Multi-threader. JK. And they might actually go ahead and use their turning wheel on this. And they're going to get an Namakua counter, which is technically relevant. Doesn't save too much on the Enigma. It's 2 to 3. A Celebrity Gift. A card they knew we had. And a Hedge Fund. Changes very little. So this is a big turn. If we play the C-Source, we have to preemptive it back. It's our last C-Source. So I think it's C-Source, Trash Turning Wheel. Hopefully we get an exchange. We could do advanced C-Sort exchange if we top deck our like 2 exchanges. 1 exchange. Holy shit. Gain a credit. Oh, fuck. That's something. Oh, shit. Okay. That's a good top deck. So they're going to get 2, 4, 5, 6 credits on their turn. So I think we actually have to do C-Source. Trash Turning Wheel. Hard-hitting news. I think we need to do that. Because we're going to lose to this card. Single accesses, that's a much different game. And then they're going to have 5 tags, which at that point they probably don't clear them. So C-Source, boost by 1. Turning Wheel is how we lose. That's a multi-access. They probably have another one, but so be it. And you can have the book. Now we have to keep 4 credits for this remote and 2 credits and 2 credits, so we're pretty good. We want to turn our ability back on if we can. Blow up their economy. We don't have enough money to do that. 5 tags is kind of like blow up their economy. Kind of. I guess we actually don't have to res a Raven. Hand size just got big. MU just got bigger. Overminds are scary. 5 tags. They died a boom we don't have. I guess that's why they installed the brain chip. Maybe you want to draw up right now. Can't be boomed out. Man, I want them to run this so good. They're going for it. Huh. Are they letting us trace this? Fire? I think it's fires, right? Fire or break. Wow. I think they're getting in some desperation mode. So now we might be able to systematically wipe up their economy. So I think they actually have to let this one fire. Wait, we got to think about this. We got econ to cover this from the hand. Right now, it's at 6, which they pay 6. They have 2 more to break this, which they only need 1 to break this. We can recover pretty well here. So I think we actually can make this to 8, putting us on 8 credits. With 8 it fires. Seems good. What do we bounce? Bouncing the Folding gets money, but bouncing the Amakua is probably the best. It's actually hard for them to discard the Black Orchestra, which is actually relatively cool. But the Amakua is, they're going to get counters on this run, so we want to stop that. High profile target is going to be fun, yeah. Surprise game day. Now you have a good reason to shuffle. Now I think we have an okay reason to shuffle. They actually could have broke that remote. I don't know why they did that. I think we want a preemptive. Preemptive for closed account. We can actually probably just like do hedge fund, trash. The free card draw is actually pretty bad for us. I think we don't have a reason to shuffle. This server's like really good. Oh man, it's gonna be a grind of a game. Bouncer, multi-threader. Hey Ty Allen, how's it going? I don't think it does enough. Like I'd rather bounce the breaker because it's getting tokens. So they're going in here. This is going to fire. Another tag. Our ability would be pretty sweet. We're not going to boost that trace, obviously. This stops the end the run, which is actually relatively good. They don't have an MK Ultra. We're also going to end the run. So no Psycho in this deck. Mind you, this deck isn't like super combo heavy. It just has tempo plays. Type in chat, I'm playing the All-Seeing Eye. That'd be pretty great. But now their econ is going to like level out. And we don't have Resistor. We don't have anything that scales well with tags. Any of our ice. This is the best. And they already stole one early, which is kind of unfortunate for us. Shit. So we clearly don't res any of this stuff. So we did get the free kitty. Turns off the current, which is cool. Which turns off the date Newtown, which is kind of bad for us. But they're not getting that much value from running archives. Thank you. And now we have a really good exchange of information target if we do top deck our exchange, right? We can swap our quantum for the food, which is a 4-point swing. No, that's not enough. I did the math wrong. It gives them 1 point. It gives us, yeah, okay. Emergent creativity is coming down. I think a femme is coming down. Probably a femme fatale. And let them throw out their Amakua too, which is fun. We put that back in hand. It's a paperclip. So Fractor, this is looking bad. Archangel on the inside's kind of like worst case scenario here. We do have a scarcity. Oh, it doesn't score it. So this is still online, which is kind of okay. They're going to start with 8 credits. So I think we definitely want to play our preemptive this turn. Yeah, adds the score area to Taki. Yeah, that's totally true. It's not scored. So this remote's actually looking okay. Not perfect, because this ice is actually useless. It's all about the real tax on this, which is 3-6 to break with that, 2 minus, and then 3 on encounter. So we still have a lot of work to do. I think we need a top decker exchange. So I think we do draw, and then preemptive, because this server is looking okay. I think we can just do hedge fund preemptive. But they're going to get into this remote for sure. This is 3-4, and then this trace is awkward. We can bounce the paperclip, so that's okay. Preemptive, let's put some cards back. So what do we want? What do we want? Closed accounts has a lot of value because that's a win condition. NGO front, making the run remote is kind of high risk. They trash it on R&D, which is relatively bad, but there's actually a lot of agendas in here. I think just putting back like Sure Gambles is good enough. We could put back Brian Stinson, which they have to trash. I actually like that a bunch. That'll hit their money relatively good. And then we can just put a hedge fund, which is easier to play than IPO. Scarcity, shuffle, preemptive. I don't care about scarcity that much. I guess it turns on our current. That actually had a lot more value. It turns on our ID box. That was actually probably better than the hedge fund. I don't think they're going to install that many resources when they're like 6 tags in. Brian Stenzer and the turtle's coming back out. So now they can get turtle counters on R&D. But again, their money's going to level out at this point. It looks like they have 2 more deuces. 2 more gambles. That's 1 more deuce. 1 more gamble, 1 deuce left. So deuce is wild, gain 3. So gain 1 credit, draw 2 cards. 9 cards left in stack. We got a game. Same old thing coming down. We can trash that. Do we want to trash that? Same old thing gets emergent creativity. That's largely it. If they same old thing gamble, it's kind of goofy. So I think we can play slow here. We can play scarcity. We can trash this. I don't know what this does. I really don't know what this does. Turning down their draw is actually probably better. I guess it turns back on the employee strike, but they have another. I'd rather them play 2 clicks because we have another. So let's get rid of this. That seems like it matters more. Oh, we can't play IPO. Oops. That's fine. We're going to say event right now. I don't think we win this one. It's going to be really hard to win this one. We basically need to top deck the 1 in 14 exchange, and then we have a game. If we don't find it, we don't have a game. Because this server's not good enough. We need toll booth on here. And there you go. Sure gamble, same old thing gamble. They got 4, we got 2, I'm fine. They're in control but didn't respect the econ warfare. They did not. They went ham on HQ. And second multi-threader's coming down. So running even if we close accounts is possible. And they're going in on it. Trace 6. Oh, they're breaking. Excuse me. Is that enough? Yeah, looks like it is. Okay, so they spent 2 real credits. This is 3 more credits. And they're going in. And they don't have to respect hard-hitting user C-source anymore. It's all good. Sorry about that. And their turtle is going to slowly get counters. Same old thing, gambles 3 clicks for 4 credits. It is. It's not great. Continue. But it looks like they need money. No, but like I. Hashtag value. Why not just play easy mark, cost influence? And same old thing is flexible, but sometimes same old thing gamble. Like I'm clicking, it's frozen. Try jacking out and coming back in. Shit, I hope their game isn't frozen because we actually have a pretty cool game on our hands. Let's see if Connection's fine. Connection is fine, right? Does anybody know the command for end the run? Is there an ETR command? No, that doesn't work. I think they're stuck in a prompt. They closed it though. Can you end the run? Oh, they DC'd. Oh shit. Hope they come back. Let's give them a second. Nice. Hey. Better? So they were able to rejoin. That's pretty good for them. Sorry about no, it's all good. Okay, so it's 3 credits through this, putting them at a 2. There we go. Ace. 1 Amaku token. Amaku tokens become relevant at 2. Use Enigma to end the run. Oh yeah, we could have done it ourselves, I guess. Nothing of value. Amaku counter at 1. This remote is looking okay. New sound. That's actually a pretty good piece of ice. That's a really good piece of ice. If we draw ones here, we could draw an agenda that we can't score right away, and then we'd have to put the news hound on this remote and put the agenda in. I think we'll take that risk. Okay, that paid off. So this Raven's pretty ass. We don't need that. So this goes on server 1. They don't know what this is. And then we can play our IPO. We're going to need a lot of money to res the server. It's 10. And I think they're still going to slam HQ. And we didn't play any of the cards they saw, so this might still be on. I think we're going to call event. They have one more Deuces Wild. That's largely all we have to play around. There's no resource that we care about. We can trash most of them. I blame public schools. I went to public school. Turn 20 with 2 credits. Employee strike comes out. We don't get 2 credits for that counterplay. And they may make 1 run here. I don't think they have yeah, they have just enough credits to run HQ a second time, and this will have to purge that out, which is annoying. We're also kind of weak right now to what's his name? Maxwell James. Agent. Oh, that's actually good ice. That's a pretty good ice. Okay, so we can put our scarcity back on the table to turn this on, which is cool, but I think we want to draw once first. Brian Stimson is pretty good, but we want to keep that on an HQ so they eventually hit it and have to trash it. I don't think we need that much more money. So I think we can play the scarcity and then hedge fund. So this server they can get through, that's an issue. So I think we actually have to put the IP block onto R&D. It's a 3 credit break, which is kind of good for us. I don't care about that much about the employee strike. They don't have that many cards left, and I don't think scarcity is going to get value. If that's the last E-strike, it is Ender. Yeah, they don't know what this card is either. Next turn we could probably Brian. I hope they hit this and trash it. And so far to res all our shit, we need 2, 4, 6, plus 8, 14. So good top decks, close accounts, agenda, exchange. Ah, that's a good ice though. So we can't Brian. I guess we're playing scarcity this turn, huh? We could also not play anything to set up for Celeb Gift, but I don't want to show them our hand. So we need something for the remote for sure. This is actually good on R&D as well. I don't know how scared we should be of R&D, but like there's a lot of agendas left in the deck. There's still 2 foods, 2 Beals. There's half of agendas in R&D are bad. So I think actually we need to put the news hound on this R&D or we're gonna lose. This card we probably should have trashed. Is scarcity better? Yeah, I guess it turns on our ability. So we're gonna say event at this point. I don't think they're gonna install much else. 8 cards in R&D. Where are the agendas? 4 left in R&D. 4 agendas. 4. 1 exchange, 1 closed accounts. I'm gonna build an Asmari deck with Brainstorm because 1 of Brainstorm is fun. It is. Sometimes it just wins games. And we just got 2 credits. They got 4. We'll take it. Okay, that's a big deal. Question is, they can probably drop a Fem, get into this remote. They have enough money to run this remote, so we're actually in what we call a bad spot. They would need their Black Orchestra, and Black Orchestra they install for 2, they break this for 6, minus 4, so they're at 4 credits. We could also install the Brian at that, so they're 4 credits. This is way expensive. I think we're okay. This is pretty high risk. Do we call event or program? If they have a program, they get in. If they like fem the right ice, we lose the game. I think this is a misplay. There's no way this is right. The fact that we didn't draw the exchange is actually pretty bad. New Sound is a Sentry and they don't have it. The question is whether we choose program or event. With enough money, they can't get into it. With the program, they can. So I guess we'll call program. So right now we lose to Fem, we lose to MK Ultra. I think they need MK Ultra and 1 Econ card. Event so they don't get tipped. Yeah, there's the MK Ultra. I still think we have enough money to keep them out there. Because this is 6 fucking credits to break. It's so well positioned against MK Ultra. So they spend 4 or 2, which means that this is going to end the run. So we're okay. And I think an exchange wins the game. We could have actually installed advanced. Yeah, this one will end the run for sure. They just don't have enough money because they only have 3 credits, so it's going to end the run. They were 3 credits short of this remote. So if they did have Gamble run this, we'd be in a problem. But they played their last Gamble. We're fine. Perfect. If we score this, we go down to 4, which means we can still res everything on this server. So it's about like if the top card is exchange of information, we 100% win. I don't even think we have to score this. Oh, we probably do. There you fucking are. So what do we do? If we exchange, they go down to 2, 3, 4, 5. How do they steal this? This is 3, 6. This is 2, and this is 3, 6, 9. So I think we actually exchange and leave this in here. Right? Because this is 3, 6, 9 with MK Ultra if they don't have a Fem. Oh, sorry, with Black Orchestra. I don't think we score this. And this is another 2 credits, considering them all 2 credits. So this is 11 credits against the remote server. QPM for food and shuffle 15 minutes. Well, that's actually really good too. Exchange and take 15 minutes. Yeah, I like that a lot. You can still defend. Yeah, this is fine. I think we definitely exchange. So you can have that. So now they're on 5 agenda points. And then we shuffle this, take 2 credits. Oh, excuse me. Take a credit. At this point, I think we just call event. Advance 2 times? Ooh, that's spicy. I think I don't want to lose to this. So I don't think they get into this remote. 7. Mad dash. Holy fuck, we're fine. That was scary. I thought they were gonna stim hack. That is a play. That is quite the play. For what it's worth, I think if they mad dash R&D, they have a big chance of winning the game. HQ is not right. I don't know if it's wrong, but we know it's not gonna work out for them. Oh my god. I think if they mad dashed R&D, they'd be fine. Because this one doesn't matter. You don't break this. Holy shit. Actually, maybe they don't have enough money. No, they don't have enough money. They can't mad dash. Take 1 meat damage, lose a data folding. I don't know yet. Oh, Gutsy. Gutsy is right. Oh my god. Good game. Gotta do the math. But if you mad dashed R&D, it was an agenda. I think you were short the credits. Yeah, I think they were short the credits, right? Let's see how this goes. Okay, so they started their turn with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 6, putting them in at 5. No, they couldn't do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait, no, they had it. They had it. I think they had... I think they could afford R&D. I think they just had enough. Hey, bot, how do we ban you? How do I ban a bot? How do you ban someone? I don't know how to do that. We'll figure it out. It would only been 2 points too. Oh, it's not enough. Hey, you too. Never mind. Yeah, we did the math wrong. They would have gotten an agenda, but I think that's technically worth it because I just want to make sure we do our math right. They started the turn with 4 credits, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this one costs 6, putting them down at 5. This costs 3. They cost 3. No, they're off by 1 credit. It's probably an NBN bot. It probably is. It's 11:23, which is an awkward time. It's not early enough. It's not late enough. So we're going to play 1 game with the Sunny deck that we cobbled together tonight. I'm excited to see how it does. That's largely what we got. It's command ban username. Thank you. Ban. Is it going to autocomplete me? Yeah, it is. Good night. Oh man, that power rushes to your head so quickly. Click on their name in chat and the ban should be in the menu. I think I clicked on them. I didn't get anything, but I think typing it feels a lot more like Netrunner. I like that a lot. Okay, so this is our Sunny deck. It's based off of like Murphy's Worlds deck, which is pretty great. Largely, Murphy's deck ran 2 Clots, 3 Tapworms, 2 Clone Chips, 3 Sacrifice the Constructs. She's the one that got banned? Yeah. So we're going to change that out. We have some legworks, which is really good. We might want another one of those because we don't have same old things to combo with our white hats. That's actually probably right. We probably want another one of that. I think deep data mining is maybe wrong. We want another legwork because legwork with white hat is like kind of busted. Either that or we play turntable. Or not turntable, excuse me, turning wheel. Apocalypse, how's it going? Pure hearts and good intentions, our strength will be the strength of 10. Andre, is that a mechanical keyboard? Is the mic really close? It is a mechanical keyboard. It has cherry reds. It's pretty loud. Actually, for what it's worth, I did work on the microphone this week, and if I'm silent, you shouldn't be able to hear any room tone, which is pretty good. Because I realized it wasn't as good as it could be. So I think we want to edit this real quick. I think we just want to get same old things in here, right? Because we have deep data mining and legwork. And those are both good value. It's not a good tempo card. We're going to have to take something out to put this in here. I think Visage is probably the weakest card. It's not entirely necessary. Or we can just play one fewer white hat. I want to play this card though. I think Laundry is worse. Okay, let's try it. Love it. I'm on the blues myself. I got a browns and reds. I think I like the reds a bit better. I wish I could get blues. I've heard blues are like the best for all around stuff, but the last keyboard I bought, they were out of the blues. Let's give this a chance. White hat. White hat, by the way, is like a really, really, really cool card. I think it's a really strong card too. I'll talk about it in the deck unboxing. Same old thing plus white hat is lovely. Yeah, I think we want to do same old thing, legwork after white hat, so we basically can score the agendas we want to score. Because white hat with legwork is insane. Have fun with turn 1 scarcity. We have 2 currents, but you're right, it's absolutely brutal. We're not really doing anything about that. We could play interdiction as a tech card. We have a 3-cost current. Oh, beautiful. If you want everyone around you to hate you, use blues. Sads, what's up? Yeah, I don't know if it's an unspoken rule in the office I work in, but I think people do have mechanical keyboards. I'm not sure people have blues though. I wear a lot of headphones. Hey, that I am. My wife can hear it from outside when I'm typing angry. Hey, let's do it. Yeah, blues are cool. Mind if I play Titan? No, dude up. I've never had someone ask that before. Mind if I play something? That's really cool. We do have 2 copies of the source. We have no Fall Guy. I think actually maybe we do have Fall Guy. I forgot what I did. No, we have no Fall Guy. Whatever, we have 2 of them. So this hand is actually okay. Street Peddler is a good opening. Symmetrical Visage is really good. Gamble, Tapworm is pretty straight. Worst case, best case, we open up with a source. I think we'll just keep this. I think we probably want Fall Guys in there. Or even, we can't run Film Critic, unfortunately. Communication is important in any marriage. They gotta know you're trying to say something. So we gotta make sure, they could be on, excuse me. They could be on Hard Hitting News or C-Source, so we want to keep our credits up. We have a really good start here. I guess with Street Peddler, we can get a bit more information. Underworld Contact is pretty good. What are we looking at? Double Underworld. That's on... I thought we got triple Underworld. So it's double Underworld, so not a real choice there. I think we want to run R&D, install our Tapworm. They're at 10 credits. If they purge here, it's acceptable. A Hostile Takeover is a good hit. We could run again. Generally, you want to hit the Atlases. I think Atlases is probably better than Tapworm. I think the single axes are pretty hot right now. If we go on Atlas, it really... Okay, fucking yeah. All right, count it. Street Peddler, Nexus, and Stimhack. We only have 1 Nexus, but it's really good with the Street Peddler. There's no real surprises here. Like, they could best defense this. They're actually advancing ice. Trickle Light seems reasonable. But if we want to play against best defense, we should fire it. Looks like they have the Atlas in hand if they're setting that up, which is really rough for us. We're going to fire this off in Underworld Contact. This is a really good matchup to play White Hat, which is super unfortunate. Because we could get their card out of hand, right? I think we can draw once, get baby value. Okay, not great. But if we fired a white hat here, it'd be dope. Actually, I think we should have ran HQ. We don't want to do that last click. Oh, never mind. Because they have to spend to res this. I guess it's better to res it and biotic off the top. So we're on game point. Okay, that's cool, I guess. If they score the first Atlas, that means they're not going to be able to ice up R&D. So I think we draw, get the deep data mining win. But it looks like the Atlas train is online. So drawing into the source is probably going to win us the game. But 1 Atlas out. Draw once. think we can draw again. If we draw Dirty Laundry, that's okay. Shrike doesn't really matter. Mouseless. We could run HQ here. Mouseless gives us a tag. I don't really care. Shadow is fine. Ice Wall. Okay. Fine. Too much information, Dr. Apathy. Well, man, what happened? I like literally extra dome. So that's definitely the Mouseless, which is pretty bad res for them. We can also just fight that by playing Global Sec Security Clearance. No matter what, I think we draw once here. We don't need to install on their other drip economy. They're way too close to winning. We could run once, put down a Tapworm. I'm not averse to running once, but we don't want to lose Global Sec to Tapworm, or to the Mouseless. And then we clear the tag here. None of these net damages actually matter if they res the Mouseless. Putting them on 4 credits means they can't Biotic Labor at. And then with a Mouseless, it doesn't end a run unless they triple advance, so we just see the Global Sec Security at the top. They can shuffle with Atlas, so maybe this isn't the best install. That's a Atlas. Fire. And then we just clear the tag. Because they probably will trash this, I don't know. But this puts them far away from Archer. Losing that actually is the worst, but whatever. Hortum, and we can just remove the tag, I guess. This is okay. So a good enough start. Again, the source coming down is going to make them have to score in a remote area, which they might not be able to do. They could do Biotic into Trickleite, but they really need to triple advance this. That's a Hortum. Cost them some money. Look at the top of the deck. Doesn't really matter because they can end the run. So I think we're just going to take our clicks and go. Earthrise is good. Let's keep their money down. We can run R&D here. I guess we install the Earthrise first so we don't lose it. Okay. So they're down to 2 credits. I think drawing is better than putting this card down. I think we have enough money. It's actually kind of hard. If we put this down, we get another credit for the end of the turn. Yeah, that's probably okay. If we want to put our Nexus down, we probably need the money. Otherwise, we draw once more. And through a 50-card deck, drawing has a lot of value. This might be strictly wrong. I don't know how much money this deck needs. Is this running the Sunny 5 Influence event White Hat? We 100% are. And it's super good in this matchup because we can stop fast advance pieces. Like, we know they have a Biotic Labor in hand and we want to get rid of that. We also lost one to Street Peddler, but whatever. Also, this guy, what's up? Hey, everyone just showed up. Is this deck running Emergent Creativity? It's not. It looks like that's a hostile. Oh, maybe not even on a reconstruction contract. I don't know. We don't want to look at the top. We'll just take our clicks and go. Okay, that's really good. So we can now return things to R&D. So we can return the combo pieces. It's really good when we have a breaker out. That's a legal arms factory. If they res that, cost them. I don't think we need a shuffle just yet. We can run Archives. I don't think they're going to purge the Tapworm. Running Archives kind of sucks. I guess we technically draw once, right? Oh, Street Peddler is better than Tapworm, so that Archives run was a waste. So we're going to do Sunk Cost Fallacy and install that. They still can't Biotic out. They can't ship in for Tenon. They could Audacity. Archives, WH Tapworm fun? Yes. I'm not sure what WH means. Oh, White Hat. Yeah, that's the idea. And they're taking 3 credits, not resing this. So we're going to get 1 credit at the top. Take our clicks. Can't run that. And we do have a Code Gate Breaker. And we do have a source. And the source is actually the best thing we've got going on. Okay. So now we can play the control game. We'll start with this. Street Peddler gets a Sherman so we can run HQ. So basically we get our legwork. We can basically White Hat into legwork and probably win. They could use the Project Atlas to shuffle a bit, but we definitely want to get the source down before shenanigans happen. And shenanigans could happen, and the source is going to be hard for them to play around. At this point, we're now playing control, so we can put down the data folding. We could draw once with Baby. It's not terrible. We need to find our legworks or deep data mining. Both of those win us the game. Nexus is also pretty sweet. So I think we'll draw once for Baby value. And SatCon with Tapworm is okay. I doubt they have the time to purge, but this is technically better than folding. Too bad the source wasn't on Peddler. Could have won you the game. It would have been super cool. We have 2 sources though, so maybe it happens again. I don't know. This card's so good. They can't purge it. They have to do connection hate, and a lot of these decks don't have it. As now they're clicking for credits, it's really good for us. Archive Memories is coming back in, probably for the Trickleite. So now they have to do Trickleite Biotic in the same turn, which means that we know when we have to White Hat, which is going to be a while from now. We also have a good draw with a Sports Hopper, and on this we want the Sherman for sure. We actually could just hammer HQ at this point. We don't have bad pub just yet. I might make them ice up HQ. They gotta throw out 1 card. So we set up relatively fast, I guess turn 8, but like we have a pretty commanding board state. We also can look at the top of the deck every turn now that we're like relatively set up. 2 credits coming in every turn. We'll probably start doing that next turn. Actually more than 2 credits, right? Like 4 at the beginning of every turn. We got the Nexus. We got more card draw. Things are looking good for us. SSL endorsement on top of HQ. That's a kind of a big deal. If we put down a Sherman, it's 4, it's 2-2, and we can let this fire. If we lose our white hat, it sucks. I think we gotta do it. It makes them use their Alice counter preemptively. This we can just let them break, right? Otherwise it's what? Yeah, fire it. Otherwise it's like 6 to break. We can't. Need to lose a click. Oh, did we not? Oh, I think spend a click to look at the top. So we spend, install, run. Yeah, no, it works. I think we lost it. Oh, we lost our Nexus. That's unfortunate. Oh, we need 3 credits to steal this. It looks like they're not using... Oh, it wasn't automated? Hold on, let us check. I think it was. To lose a click. So, lose a click, install, run. Yeah, you're right. Because they need to use the Alice token. They didn't. I don't know why they didn't. Good game. Maybe they thought we were bluffing it. Okay. Cool. Hey, thanks for that shout out, puppy. We would have missed that. This game seems pretty over. Yeah, Titan can't do what it can't do. This is cool. The best thing about Murphy's World deck was you can play Tapeworm and lock fast advance with Clot. The source seems like a good alternative. It's way better. I honestly forgot about the global sec. Why? Oof. Oh, sorry. Oof. So they forgot that we saw the card. Hey, you too. Thanks for the game. Okay, let's give this another shot. It's only 11:35. That was like a 10-turn game. It's fine. First time I ever lost to Sunny with this deck. See you around. All right, we'll take it. So I think actually some versions with this with Fall Guy are probably okay. We have 2 sources, and I don't think Fast Event is that important, and we don't get any other Fall Guy value, so I'm kind of hesitant about that. You could also run Dummy Box, and that's just like a more flexible card that's good against Scorpios and other stuff. I think I'd rather do that than the source. I'd have to read the source and see who trashes it. I think we trash, not the corp. Bonesaw's ready. Let's give this another shot. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, and source is actually much harder to play around in some respects. Like they could biotic trick a light, they saw they're out. But that's why White Hat kind of keeps it back too. Doing well, thanks. Okay, so we did open with the nuts. This is Builder of Nations. Damage is pretty strong against us. This opening is good. We have Laundry, we have Cast, and we have our Nexus. We have no card draw. We have no other pressure. This could be a fast advanced deck. It could be a punitive deck. We're better against punitive than anything else. I think this hand is on the weaker side. Like it's medium good. And it's easy for us to draw a handful of crap breakers. I think our barrier breaker is the one we most want. But this is probably good enough. We can like Dirty Laundry Archives for value. Draw, hopefully a Tapeworm, install daily casts. You lose your Nexus to meet damage inevitably. Yeah, inevitably it'll happen. I think this is just barely good enough to keep. Also, yeah, last week our thing got cut off on YouTube. I don't know what happened, but it was only the first 50 minutes of the stream. YouTube didn't tell me that was happening. It was a total surprise. Somebody did link it in the description below, but I don't know what that's about. Sorry about that. I hope if you wanted to watch the VOD, you could find it on Twitch, where it'll exist for a couple months. Okay, what kind of Wayland is this? Is this fast advance? Is this damage? It could be that Red Planet Courier shit I hate. Global has this weird interaction where it has to fire automatically if it doesn't have to do it manually. You always want to do it after you draw with your Earthrise, so it's like really unfortunate how it works on JNet. I think we can draw once here. Jackson Clare doesn't give us that much value because we don't have Turning Wheel or Amakua. I think those are some cool changes we can make to this deck. So I still think we want to draw here. And then we actually kind of have something good, but I think we want to wait till we have our SACCons down. So we're going to go for the really lame Archives and then Laundry. We're technically weak to hard-hitting news, but probably not. I think we probably have enough length to get by. But the rest of our hand is actually okay. If we top deck a SACCon, the Worm is going to look pretty strong. And we technically can rush the remote as long as we have enough money, and it looks like they have enough money. So hard-hitting news is actually a real threat at this point. We can clear 3 of the tags, which is generally enough if we need to. Wayland doesn't have any like really good punishment. Oh fuck. We just got Brian. That makes Tapworm good. But it looks like they might be on some sort of tag punishment shit. Give me not what we wanted. So we install this for 1. This is a pretty bad turn, but like we don't have anything else to do. This lets us put our Tapworm down for value, but we need a SACCON for that to be good. And with a SACCON, we're making 3 credits a turn, which, joke's on them. We also might want to respect economic warfare, but we didn't get punished so far. Jack helps you with cat to compress a click. It does. That's only for running a remote server. So it might look like they rush out at this point. If they rush out at this point, we might have to like play around C-Source hard-hitting news. There's not a lot of cards we have to run if they don't like pre-advance them. Fuck, they did it. Okay. Take clicks. Jack. We could actually Jack here to run archives. I think that's fine. So we can put down the Tapworm. So if they want to score this, we're going to get like 2-3 credits. The only question is if we run, it's really bad for hard-hitting news, but we'll have enough credits to clear it. We can't really contest this remote. We can make them res, which is pretty good. There's not a lot that punishes us, so we might as well make them spend money and run. Making them spend money is bad with a Tapworm, but like, what else do we got? I guess we could run this remote clicklessly. We can't use any programs. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we got Stinsoned. We did. That's that. Okay, so they didn't spend a lot of money. So we can draw once. That's the best draw. That's the best draw. We might get hard-hitting news. We can clear it. C-Source, close accounts, doesn't really matter. Let's go. 2, 5, 4 credits at the beginning of our turn now. And they're going to get that Atlas with the counter. We got to get our Nexus up and get through this ice wall. And 1 ice wall is not enough. Atlas, it's a corporate sales team. Even better for us. We'll get 4 credits at the beginning of our turn. Let's play the Econ War. You're messing with the wrong Sony. So we can run archives at this point for free. I don't know why we don't. It technically plays around shipment from Tenon, which I don't know if we need to play around with a deck with 12 influence. Doesn't look like they're fast advancing. But we just definitely need to go here. I think we actually can poke R&D. We probably should have actually ran R&D. Yeah, 100% we shouldn't have ran Archive. We should have ran R&D. That's a Colossus. That's going to give us a tag. So we can definitely like deep data mining through that. Fire. Oh, it trashes this account. Oops. I guess we can protect that, which we definitely want to. Okay, so never mind. Well, if they purge, we can deep data mining through that. That's like the best case. Trash Gene Splicer. Oh, fuck. That was a good hit. And we can also play like... We can play our current into deep data mining. So we definitely need to clear the tag here. Probably just click for credit. Let's see if they purge. If they purge, we do current DDM. And then we die to 2 snares. They might purge here. It's the best time for them to purge. We also could just get wrecked by economic warfare into like Brian, but then they don't purge, so that's okay. Yeah, that was definitely a spicy include. 2 influence though, right? This means they're probably on 3-pointers or they're going to grind us out, which is like Wayland, more Builder Nations decks should be grindy, right? Like every ice is Kakugo. Triple advancing this isn't bad either. I haven't played it in almost 4 months and like it's a new game watching again. It's a really cool time for Netrunner right now, let me tell you. We don't need to run that. So we're going to go for it. We'll do Freedom into DDM. They actually cleared one of our MU for them. So for us. So good for us. So we have a tag. We're going to see 5 cards here. Get another agenda point. We can steal most anything. NGO font. Trash. Project Atlas. We'll take it. Mass comms. Hold breath. Urban Renewal. Oh, fuck. We don't want them to have that. We haven't seen any tag punishment cards, so like this is okay. We're gonna get punished right now if they have a consulting. We gotta clear the tag, draw twice. I forgot what all those cards we accessed were. I think it was a mouseless and something else, but in theory we could like DDM through it. 0 credit is not much better than anything else. We might as well draw. That's unfortunate. We might have win a bit too poor now and they can Brian up. Maybe we, oh no, maybe we're actually fine. We spent too much trashing things. They probably shouldn't have been trashed this, I don't know. So our next couple turns are just clicking up a lot. Because we have same old thing DDM. Like, they should probably ice this one up. So we don't have a lot of a plays here. I think we just click for 3 credits. There's no other card that we could possibly draw that is playable at this point. Stinson's not going to fire because they don't have an operation, and we know they're not drawing one. So 3 agenda points. And right now we can still technically Nexus through that thing. Oh, there, the Colossus is getting big. And that's the mass comms they're going to play right now. Oh, they played IPO. They didn't Stinson IPO. So we're going to have to drag out of the Stinson area. So that's fine. We can do credit, sure gamble. And then they're going to mass comm next turn for 8. So we need to get money. Ooh, another Tapworm's pretty good. Baby's looking pretty good too. It's going to continue our pressure next turn. No transactions archives. He's stimpotent. Hi. I've been working out of town lately, so I'm away from the game nights and events for most of the week. I can't wait for this job to be over. I can play more regularly. Yeah, again, this guy, the game's in a really good space right now. Coming even back from nationals where people are playing the most competitive stuff, let me tell you, it's pretty varied and the games have been really fun. There's not a lot of real negative play experiences. So we don't know what that card is. We haven't seen anything for that to make sense. I think that's Mouseless into Ice Wall. Mouseless does not technically matter, but I think we can let them have this one. If it's an Atlas with no counters on it, so be it. I'm actually more expectant of it to be something like a Gene Splicer, an Urban Renewal, or an NGO front. So let's go. Let's set up. We have a Stim Hack, which is really good in combination. I don't want to run right now. We have a chance of losing the Nexus to meat damage, which is like one of the worst things that could happen. So I think we actually just like credit. Because we need to play Nexus and have more money to not get Brian. It's going to be pretty interesting. Turn 8 and you have no board. Yeah, we're not setting up good enough. And I think we probably should have mulliganed. I think it's pretty bad if you play Sunny, you don't open with Earthrise or like Underworld Contacts or Data Folding. We also went down to 0, which is like the biggest mistake because we had to waste a whole turn clicking for credits just to play the hedge fund. Excuse me, sure gamble, and that's definitely a mistake. We did get an Atlas though. Okay. Is this like Red Planet Courier shit? It might be. And the Colossus is now a big boy, but we're gonna be able to hopefully Nexus through it and take the damage. Jack, fuck off. We'll draw once. That's kind of what we needed. That's the beginning of what we need at least. We could face check here, but again, it's a 1 in 6 chance of things being really bad for us. It still doesn't end the run. But we're now hitting new cards in R&D, so there's a chance we just fire this and we win. I think we can play a bit slow. If we draw here, there's not much more we can install. So I think we want to put this down and click for 2. Eventually we'll eclipse them. You got to go Proco or Laguna Velasco and Sunny. That click compression. I've seen people play Laguna Velasco at Nationals a lot. I think that card might be a bit underrated. I'd rather play Earthrise for what it's worth. Oh, fuck. What is this? This might be Fast Advance Train. Yeah, there you go. So they're going to dedicate this to score an Atlas out of hand or some shit. Oh, I guess they advance move it. Okay, that's scary for us. And Laguna's pretty good with Baby. They work well together. Oh, and Tricholite. Holy shit, we just got wrecked. We need to really find our source. Okay, that's an issue. They can't Tricholite out of this board, but I think we got to run HQ now. Take clicks. Yeah, we'll Jack Sinclair HQ. 1 in 5 of this being really bad for us. Ice Wall. That's really bad for us. Oh, hit me. Is this when you pass the ice and counter with a piece of ice? I guess they changed the... Oh, we lost our breaker. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's keep going. That's okay. It's not what we need. Sherman's pretty good, but we lost our other breaker, so I guess we can contest with this thing. So we can always do like install, stim hack this remote, but things are pretty bad right now. And if we don't find our source, they're going to be able to like just biotic out or something like that, and that's pretty lame. Yeah, right? Like we have to stim hack this. We really do. So we're going to start our turn with 13 credits, so we basically do install credit stim hack, which is not the best. Yeah, install credit stim hack means that they can still... There's a small chance we die. But it's the only play we have. We just went way too slow. So credit's the same as draw. Might as well start there. Yeah, we needed to open with these. We definitely should have mulliganed. But we do install for 8, install for 3, puts us down to 1. And then we just do stim hack. It's the best we got. Yeah, actually, that's probably good enough. Unfortunately, this card is 4 to break. That's the mouseless. We actually could let this one fire. Thinking. If we Nexus this, it costs us 2. We could just let it fire. Yeah, no, we Nexus this for sure. Yeah, no, that's easier. Felt the same thing about LVD. 1 Nexus feels wrong. 1 Nexus. We also could just panic DDM. So there can be trace 3, so this is fine. Break for 2. We're going to take a damage. We're going to lose another damage too. Hopefully we keep the legwork. Still, yeah, totally. So they're going to ping us. We died a snare. Okay, we lost that. That's fine. We're going to break this one. So we're going to get hit by Brian again, but whatever. Trash Anson Rose. Well, okay. Lost the tap arm. Oh, we kept the legwork. So worst case, we panic and we like same old thing DDM. Maybe we win. You end with a tag? No, we're fine. They weren't going to boost that trace. Did we die to hard-hitting news? I don't know. We haven't seen any 1-pointers or 0-pointers, so I'm not that worried about exchange. Same old thing, DDM. Colossus was reduced by Trigger Light. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do in a pinch, if we need to. I think right now we're actually pretty good at contesting that remote. If we got our source down, we're in a good spot. And we're making 3 credits next turn, 4 credits if we draw. That's okay. And it looks like they're going to stop us from doing that play, but we can just let the Colossus fire a lot of the time. The problem is we got to run everything in the remote, and it looks like they have so much stupid shit to put in that remote. Like, so much of the shit that we have to deal with. Let alone they can just fast events combo. Mass comms for 23. They didn't even Brian. Like, Brian IPO is probably better at that point. I think they might have forgot. Okay. Draw. We got a Code Gate Breaker back. There's some value in that. Drawing again. That's a Tapworm. We could just run HQ, but we take the damage, we might lose the Tapworm. I think actually clicking for credits might not be wrong. The problem is now we can't rely on the Security Nexus trace, but they need to advance this twice, jam an agenda in this remote, and then we're kind of in a rough spot. We also do have same old thing stim hack though, which is kind of okay. Finding the source is the best. If we install this, it basically is like losing 2 credits this turn. It also doesn't play around Brian, so I think installing this is probably bad. I think drawing is okay. Oh wait, no, we have 4 hand size. Ah, fuck me. Oh, that's rough. Should have definitely clicked for a credit. Whoops. I feel that way about all the 5 credit cards that double your clicks. They're good cards. They're just slow, right? You would also want, definitely you want what's it called in that point? Excuse me. You would want a copy of that one. That lowers install costs of the card by 3. Career Fair. You'd want a Career Fair if you're playing DDM or not DDM. Sorry, Proco or Laguna. Take clicks, no run. We could run for the Tapworm, which is not terrible, but we want to keep all these cards. The net damage is actually relevant. Okay, we have another one. Another Nexus doesn't really matter. This might be an okay turn to run HQ. Pay 4. Hope that we install a Tapworm. I think that's okay. It also keeps us above board when it comes to Brian. We'll try it. If we lose this, it's really bad. If we lose a Tapworm, obviously it's really bad, but man, that's expensive. 4 credits for a fucking Ice Wall. Hit me. This also plays around hand size. That's fine. That's acceptable. Sapper's kind of bad right here. Preemptive action. That's kind of a lame card. Right now, we're not scared of that, and we do have the Tapworm now. Oh no, we have 2 Nexus to Taki. We have 2. Sorry. No, we definitely have 2. I don't think you ever play 1. Did I say we have 1? Did I say that? Excuse me. You can easily baseball bat your Nexus with that many trashable cards. They actually could. They could baseball back the Nexus. I think we just throw out our whole hand. That's a card that I don't play around movable, but you're totally right. We should. With cards like Gene Splicer and this, they probably are playing baseball bat. Home Run King. Career Fair LVD Proco ain't terrible. Yeah, I think you really want that. Also, yeah, with the Mass Draw, Career Fair is pretty good. Also, with the Mass Draw, things like Credit Kiting is a lot better. Okay, so I'm assuming that's a Gene Splicer into baseball bat. We do get a fair bit of money. So they could trace us out on this. That actually might be game point. Brain damage is pretty bad against baseball bat. So we could install the Shrike. Shrike breaks us for 6. This is another 10. Mamma mia. But we have to run this, right? No matter what, we will draw once. Ah, Street Peddler's interesting. If we get a source on here, which we have basically like a 2 in 24 chance, 1 in 12 chance, not insignificant. I don't think this is an agenda. We don't run this, right? I don't think we run this. Cursor, what's up? There's a card called Baseball Bat. It's called, not Home Run King. It's called, Wake Up Call. It's pretty cool. It's a reprisal. Oh yeah, Tataki has your back. Right now, my Sunny build, I've kept Power Taps, but has to drop Career first due to influence. Power Tap is not terrible. I think this deck is a bit more lean. I think we'll go for this. We got a source. Okay. All right. Don't gotta deal with shit no more. All right. If they goof it, oh, it's good for us. I think we don't interact with them. This is also weak to best defense. They might be running. Let's see how many times they advance this. Hopefully we get them. I'm pretty sure that is an agenda. It's like a wild play. But sometimes doing the wrong wild play is like the best thing because people like think it's like an NGO front. Just like we could have installed advanced naked Beals in our last game. It's fucking crazy, NGO front. I like the nicknames for these cards like Pancakes or Snacky Snack. I never got big into Snack, but I could see it. I mean, ADAP, Nexus, Citadel, White Hat, all power taps. The stock is going up. Yeah, I don't play ADAP. I think that's a big reason. Oh, they purged. Okay. That probably makes sense. Now we only get some credits a turn. 3. Let's go. Overmind is big. Big enough? I don't know. I think we definitely want to play this before we lose, and I think we actually can win the game to some combination of freedom through equality, legwork, and White Hat. Problem is that we have a chance of losing White Hat on any remote server, which kind of sucks. I think we also can set up the DDM win relatively soon. With 3 pieces of ice, generally DDM is good enough. We just have to keep our credits up, which is not impossible. If we draw here, we overdraw, but I'm not that worried about our second security nexus. I think we need to keep our credits up, so I think we're just going to click for credits and then throw out the last nexus because our money really matters. We're going to start our next turn with 15. But same old thing, DDM is probably the scariest thing. White Hat would be pretty cool. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's not going anywhere. Pleb, does anyone think FFG will transition Netrunner to Digit Format LOTR? It's very interesting because Lord of the Rings did come up as a game. Okay, now that they can actually score their Atlas, but there's no way. I think this is a James Splicer or an NGO or some shit. They might. I think this game is a lot better in person. Like, I don't think playing online is the best way to play this game. Okay. Setting up for the good mass comms. We have 15. We could just legwork them. I do want a White Hat though. We'll draw once. Oh, called it. Let's run Archives, White Hat, legwork. See how that goes for us. It's the best we got right now. Hopefully we don't lose any of those. Oh, cool, mass comm. They did mass comm actually for 33. Okay, so this we're gonna Nexus. Don't want to deal with this shit. And hopefully we don't lose one of these 3 cards. Hopefully we would lose one of these 2. So we have no link cards in the deck. I think that was a big thing Murphy said. It's like, Link is a trap. Please don't lose this. Please don't fucking lose this. Oh, thank God. Whoa, that's really good. Oh, the only problem is that the White Hat, they can beat the Trace. Let's see how it works when they have a lot of money. Let's see how White Hat works. I have no idea. I've never played against someone with 33 credits when we have less than them. But they gotta go first. So like they have to spend 15 credits if they don't want to get White Hatted. Like it's so hard for them to play around this. Maybe they don't need 15 credits. But like if we find what 1 3-point agenda, we do legwork. We do. Oh, we don't have enough clicks. Oh fuck. Hopefully we see 2 agendas. Yeah, we goofed it. It looks like they have agendas in hand. We ran. Oh, because we drew once. Maybe we should have waited 1 turn. Yeah, I think we're too preemptive there. I guess we can always same hold White Hat, right? Like we can same old White Hat if we had another click left, which is hilarious. But did we just play a card that says Corp loses 15 fucking credits? Let alone we have 3 links. Sorry, 18 credits. They got to spend 18. Yeah, exactly there, right? 18 credits they got to spend if they want to keep us out. Or maybe they spend just enough that they know we can't pay 4 to get through Ice Wall. Yeah, we'll find out many agendas. You wouldn't have White Hat if you didn't draw. Oh, 100%. I think we draw and then we'll wait till next turn. Maybe we install the Earthrise so that when we run Archives next turn, we have a lower chance of hitting any of our combo pieces when we start with 2 extra cards. They just spent 18 fucking credits. That's nuts. That is so fucking cool. That is so cool. So next turn we can do same old thing, like run Archive, same old thing, White Hat. We can also just like legwork and maybe win. But I think next turn we'll do 3 dumb legwork. That was the dopest thing. Oh, it's Trace 3. Yeah, okay. So they spent 15 credits. Let's not get too excited. That's 15 credits is not good enough. We might lose right here though. Legwork anyway. I don't think it changes enough. We pay 6 on the legwork. They definitely have agendas in there. Play only be made to run the centers over corp loses 15. Yeah, losing 18 doesn't matter that much. It did show that they have cards in hand, or maybe this is like the coolest play ever. We could lose right now. Like if this is a 2-point agenda and they're playing around the source, so be it. But like I kind of really want a freedom legwork because if we find 1 2-pointer, we win. If we find 1 2-pointer right now, it doesn't win. Oh wait, I'm doing my math wrong. Yeah, legwork seems acceptable. Let's go. Biotic Red Plant Courier's government takeover. We're calling it now. I think it'd be on more 1-pointers if that was the case. So let's see what we have. Corporate sales team. Okay. Dedication ceremony. That's scary. Preemptive. That was the one card we know. Brian can stay. Okay. Snare. All right. I don't like Mass Comm. It's a stupid card. Oh, it's a Gene Splicer. Oh. That's fine. Keeps the source on. Okay, this is good. 1 card got through. We can probably cheese them with the source. No. We could run Nexus, or we could run HQ. We know 2 cards in there. What did we see? Dedication Ceremony. So we know Dedication. We know 2 of these cards. Not good enough. This is probably an agenda, but we can wait till we source them. Yeah, Mathcon's dumb. Any card that just encourages turtling and then gives you money for it, I'm not a big fan of, but... Another Peddler, that's interesting. I think we can play that. Second White Hat, that sucks. SacCon, Sports Hopper. So this is probably the Sports Hopper. As soon as they advance this, we obviously pull the source set. I think we just need money. That's our Sentry Breaker. We have a full rig, so we'll just take some money. Okay, we gotta stay on this Peddler. Oh, it's that. That's acceptable. We can face tank the damage. So they're only on 13 credits now. It actually kind of matters because we still have same old thing into DDM to win. They double advance the Colossus, so they could play around the source if they do play a bunch of things. Like they could do install, Trick a Light to score a 1-pointer. I don't know if they're on 1-pointers. So anything we want to install beginning of turn here? Not really. We can play this to draw 2 cards. It's probably the best. We can also just install SacCon so we don't have to break the Colossus. I think that's actually relatively better. Take clicks. No. Okay, so we could just do same old thing DDM here. You have to res all their ice. We don't have a code. Oh, we do have everything. So double Colossus is the worst, but we can let one of them fire. So I think we probably win on that. If we install this, we go down to 11, so they can actually trace us out of an end to run. I think we draw once for sure. Another legwork's interesting. This is our only same old thing. We have another White Hat. That's largely it. 11 cards in Zag. So same old thing DDM. I think that's probably good enough. Yeah, we can get through basically anything besides end to run sentries. So 2 Colossus, whatever. Let's go. Let's go. 1 click left if we need to clear a tag, which we probably do off Colossus. That's very important. 2 Colossus. We'll trace one of them. Fuck. Okay, so we can definitely trace this one. Worst case, we lose our Sentry Breaker. So this is trace 5, 3, pay 2, continue, take 1 meat. If this is another Colossus, we're gonna look kind of dumb. There's no way it's 3 Colossus, right? No, this is a Mouseless. Okay, so this one will break for a lot of money. I think we'll win here, so this is fine. We're gonna get Brian Stinson though, that's fine. So we're gonna use this to put out the SacCon so we don't have to worry about the break on this. So we'll just take a tag, clear the tag. They can Brian Stinson. It's not the biggest deal. Fire. Actually, can we just break this? No, we can't. Please. Yeah, Satcon off Peddler is definitely how we're doing. Yeah, we win if we touch an agenda, unless there's 1-pointers. Satcon value. Let's see 5 cards. SSL. Good game. Hortum. IPO. Project Atlas. Paywall. Good game. That was a cool one. Well, all right. We pulled it off. 10 agenda points. On the seat of our pants. 15 credits off the white hat. It was so cool. Kind of did what we needed. We had another click. We had a really cool power play, though, with the freedom into legwork. It didn't actually matter. Yeah, she's fun. Thanks, you too. See, no 1-pointers. I'm not surprised. It looks like they really wanted to install advanced a lot based on the splicers and the NGOs and all of that. Looks like they didn't actually have net damage punishment, or sorry, tag punishment, which is surprising considering how much of their cards are like pretty big tempo swings. I like the white hat, black hat stuff coming out. I'm excited for that. Unlimited power. Unlimited. World's is best, Mom. Yeah, right? Do you think Black Hat is going to be any good? I forget exactly what it says, but I think it is. It's going to make this combo turn. Black Hat, well, White Hat combo. I don't want to... I guess, yeah. See you around, eh? It's pretty good. Black Hat makes all your central runs easy. So you can do like Black Hat, run R&D, run White Hat, run HQ. And that'd be cool. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. That's largely it for tonight. Thanks so much for dropping by. Hopefully you had a good time. We almost pulled the bendy off. I know we cheated a bit, but the concept was there. Personalized portal, that's so funny. Thanks to all the people that I played games about. Again, huge shout out to so many cool people that we met at Canadian Nationals. Huge shout out to Sunco for organizing the event. All the nice people from Montreal that came down. All the nice, amazing hosts at Toronto. All the world-class players that we got to play against and nice people we got to meet. Shout out to Montreal crew, who represented really well at a very competitive field. And to all the nice people who came out and said hi, who recognized the channel, all that. It's really cool. Otherwise, we got some footage of that. It's going to take a while for that to come out. We've edited, or we've recorded the runner side of the unboxing of this latest data pack. We're going to do the corp side this weekend and start on editing the videos. This is going to take a long time because I have to do commentary and all that stuff. It's been a while since we've done 2-person commentary on a video. We got to sort that shit out. He's okay. That's largely it. Hopefully you're having a good week in Netrunner. Good luck at your events if you have Store Champs coming up. That's still Store Champ season. Also enjoy spring. It's been warm in Montreal for the first time in a long time, and it feels really good. That's largely it. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Ciao. That's the wrong mouse. That always happens. It's not awkward. We're going the same direction. Oh.